and bees, or more accurately, beeple, are swarming the skies and the streets of Halcyon. We zoom to the four of you, standing in the middle of an intersection, surrounded by bees on all sides. The camera pops in on your face.
What is this grid, and why am I not in it?
What do you mean? What is?
Why did you just post BlackHalo?
There's a Roll20 that.
Somebody made a bingo card. I am viewer shade.
Something.
I didn't make it, but I've been filling it out.
All right. Why is there a bingo card? How's it plays, and who's the bull?
Okay.
After the...
Yeah, we'll cover the bingo card after, folks. So, as I said, in the middle of a street intersection, surrounded by people on all sides. Camera zooms in on your face, Shadow X. What do you do?
I smile for the camera, I guess.
Sure. And then what?
Can you describe Minnie? I've never entered with her before.
Minnie?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BlackHalo.
Me or the...
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I was handing it off to you.
So yeah, Minnie is like her name. She's tiny. She's under 5 feet. She's very petite. She's mixed Latinx and German heritage, if that matters to you. She's got sort of a short A-cut hairstyle. Actually, it might be easier for me to link an image of her, so I will do that.
Sure.
But she's probably wearing very rough looking like punk clothing because she was expecting a fight today, and it looks like we're gonna get one.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, the music is much louder than the rhythm.
I'm sorry. You should
even
turn
at
the
rhythm
down.
I can keep it 6%, and at this at 6% is too loud.
I keep it at 1 to 3. That's like, I think the ideal spot is like 1%, really.
Yeah, reprogram your bot if it needs to be played. Okay, so what's the power set of Minnie? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Outsider?
Minnie is a doomed, and she has a demon that is possessing her or trying to possess her. So she's got psychic powers, mostly telekinesis, psychic constructs, and mind erasing powers. But she tries not to use that last power because it's...
Shadow X, amazing actress, given ninja powers to derail her Hollywood career. RedStreak, still a robot?
What
it's been a while.
What made you think RedStreak's a robot?
Wasn't there a red robot whose name started with red?
Not that I can recall.
It's not a robot, I don't think.
Red Ken. Yeah, Red Ken.
Oh my freaking.
No.
There are 40 characters. They don't all have pictures when you select them. Anyway, yeah. All right, so super fast, right? Was that it?
No.
Go ahead and give us a rundown of yourself as well, RedStreak.
Okay. So RedStreak's not a robot. She's not the Flash. She is basically her father worked in Grey, and so she was created as an experiment by Grey. So she has the ability to, when she physically touches someone who has magical, supernatural, paranormal powers of any kind of nature, she copies that power and uses it herself. Kind of like Rogue, but not like killing.
Thievery. Okay.
That's awesome.
Like Rogue.
Gonna call you Copy Kitten. All right. And Captain FMAT. All right, so I'm just gonna look over my comrades and do the panel thing where they introduce the character. And then I'm gonna nod my head like I knew completely who everyone was.
Of course.
Also, let's introduce Zip for posterity.
Yeah, Zip is transformed, so she has dark skin with circuit boards all over her, and she is a technopath and can trace electrical signals.
Cool.
This is when you don't have the
We're
GM
just listening
record
to the
things.
final
Hang on,
four.
guys. Wait. I need to figure out the recording stuff because I just realized I'm the one who's supposed to be doing that.
All right, so we'll have to introduce our characters again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, you're recording? Oh, thank the Lord. Any saves the day. All right, okay, great.
All right, just
Nice.
Kodo, aka Shadow X, is the star. She is availed of ninja bullshit is her power set, but her real power is fame. What you need is in the limo, as Bowie once said.
Nice.
All right, so there's just bee people and pink smoke, not Valentine's Day pink smoke from the non-canon Valentine event.
T-Day, Pink Smoke from the Zodiac City, yes.
Oh yeah, I wasn't here for T-Day. I joined because I wanted to get famous. So, I'm helping civilians escape with one hand and checking my phone with the other.
Great. So you've got a couple of civilians behind you. How are you trying to help them escape from the people?
Just carving up cars to like escape one way, just kicking and pushing. Basically, from above, it would look like a game of Tetris or something, where I'm trying to position obstructions in the way of the bees and out of the people so they don't interact. So I guess it's
Okay, I picture what you're saying. Sure. Yeah. Freak roll to see how successful you're being with that.
Sure. I think I'm trying to. I am reshaping my environment, but my priority is defending the people. I think more than setting a final board state.
I would argue that they're not in direct danger yet. They will be once you screw up.
All right. Then if I'm doing this to show off, I use time for the show, which triggers when you put on a flamboyant display of your powers.
I'm willing to do that because there is an audience of, if you're showing off for the people you're saving.
And I'm doing it one-handed for my stream. Let's say I'm
Sure.
live now. All right. Well, that should be I put the wrong stat on that. That is superior, which means it's a 7.
Yeah, I was surprised you had a -1 there.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
7, so.
On a 7 to 9, it's temporary, or you mark a condition, or is it special with time for the show?
On a 7 to 9, I name an NPC there, and they who would be running through this crowd who'd be a kind of ordinary person?
Let me take a look at the exact moves. So I know exactly what I'm doing here. Star, time for the show.
Whoops, I put my in the wrong chat.
Sure. Oh. I guess we'll jump right into the thick of it then. As you kind of move the cars around, and you manage to basically create several barriers between people you're trying to protect and the people who are trying to wreak havoc, you can kind of hear clapping behind you. It's a very slow clap, methodical, and you hear footsteps as well as a slow shink of metal. And as you turn around, Yamato stands behind you, and she says, "Well done, my dear. Well done."
All right.
Yeah.
It has to be sincere because it's on a 7 and 9. They must express admiration, not sarcasm.
Yeah, it's absolutely sincere. Well done. Now, I think that we've had enough fun here, and I suggest that you and your friends come with me. I have something that you might want to bear witness.
All right, fam. Looks like we got an invitation from Yamato. Thumbs up if you think we should go. All right, the chat is 50-50. I'm going to look at my teammates and see what they think.
So who's this? So this guy just walked up behind Shadow X.
Woman. Yamato is a tall woman of vaguely East Asian descent. She wields a very long katana, and she is known to be able to control people via their shadows.
Of course she does.
Well, great. What did she say she wanted us to do again? Sorry.
She wants us to see something.
Just see something.
She just wants to show you something.
So she doesn't say what it is. She's just like, I just want to show you something.
Yep.
Well, I think RedStreak would be like, can you even trust this person?
I don't know. She's pretty honest for being dishonest. And she's a fan. But she kind of works for Gray.
Well, more than just works. She's one of the heads.
That's not what she said.
So my teammates are trying to figure out whether or not to listen to the bad guy. What's happening with this crowd that maybe needs protecting? Are they running? Are they standing behind?
The crowd looks to be running, and you can kind of see down the line. So there's the corridor of cars that Shadow X has managed to create that is fairly safe. But beyond it, kind of stretching out towards the outskirts, there is an area of potentially uncharted ground. It looks to be more or less free of people at the moment, but if you want to guarantee their safety, you will probably have to either escort them or otherwise continue picking up what Shadow X is putting down.
Yeah, I think Minnie takes it upon herself to do that. She's okay with the rest of the team facing off against a big bad, but at least one of us needs to escort civilians. So she just flies off. She uses her telekinesis to go after them and escort them. And I guess she's going to look around and make sure there's no danger incoming. So maybe assess the situation.
That sounds good. Go ahead and assess. Oof. Does anybody want to bump that up?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say.
How are you doing so?
I'm just gonna get a witty one-liner, and I'll say, "Well, that's one vote no." That's distracting Yamato long enough for you to get away from the Grum.
I don't know that that's particularly helping Minnie see anything. Yamato doesn't really care if she leaves.
Oh, okay.
She's making you an offer. She genuinely believes that what she wants to show you is something you would be interested in seeing.
Okay, so I've been moving cars around. I'm going to take one of these side view mirrors, a bunch of side view mirrors, and just tilt them all at once so you can see under rubble. So we just get a panel of me, like a black line, moving between all the cars and shifting the mirrors.
That's fine. Okay, with a 7, you get one question.
All right. Probably what here's the biggest threat. That sounds like what made.
What here's the biggest threat? You're cutting out. I didn't hear. Did you say yes?
Yes, I did. Sorry.
No worries. You're kind of cutting off at the end, by the way. You might want to pull your mic sensitivity a little down. What here is the biggest threat? I'm gonna go with the biggest, most immediate threat is probably swarms of people around you and within the city. They look to be concentrated on causing panic. That's like their main priority. They don't seem to be taking any concerted action other than to confuse and create chaos.
Okay.
Okay. Zip. RedStreak. Shadow X has asked you a question.
RedStreak, clearly, if someone from Gray, because this person's from Gray.
Sure.
So, no.
Okay, so are you just saying no, or are you doing something?
No, RedStreak's just saying no, she doesn't trust this woman. No.
Okay, Zip.
Well, I don't want Minnie to go alone, so Zip is going to go after her.
After Minnie. Awesome. How are you doing that?
I'm just walking or running
Sure.
after and helping with the people.
Sure. So let's cut to Minnie and Zip. Minnie, you've got your answer of what the greatest threat is. What are you doing with that information?
Probably just waiting for an opportunity to use that information, right? The Minnie's objective is still protect the people. So
Sure.
she's just flying and following them until they either get to a safe point or until something cuts them off, and then hopefully she can act on the answers she got.
So what would you what do you think is going to be the safest place for them? Because they are, just kind of civilians panicking. It looks like a lot of people are trying to evacuate the city for, one way or another, hoping that it would be safer. But as a superhero, they're kind of looking to you and to you as well, Zip, for guidance. What are you going to do to get these people out safely?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I kind of assumed that there would be like a threshold where they're far enough away from bee people that they would be safely away or in the arms of authorities. But absent that,
That's true. You could definitely either look out for local authorities or try to guide them along until they are, say at the outskirts of the city. Either one would probably be effective.
Okay. I mean, I'm open to ideas, but that's all I've got. So,
Zip, what do you think is the best choice?
I mean, just to get them out of immediate danger right now. So.
Well, again, to clarify, they are safe at this precise moment. There is no immediate danger to this crowd right now.
But there will be.
There well might be if you are to leave them alone for any significant amount of time.
That's what it sounds like to me too. So
I just want to get them out of sight of people who I would assume would do them harm.
Sure. How do you want to do that? Are you going to take them underground? Or are you going to try to bring them to a nearby building? Or are you just going to walk with them to, the nearest bridge?
that last one sounds too ominous and also too convenient.
Bees can't fly across large areas of water. That's all I mean by that.
Oh.
Do you guys want to think about it for a bit and I'll cut to the other two?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Yamato looks to you, RedStreak. And that's your final answer?
Yes.
And then she turns to you, Shadow X. And I take it that means that's your answer as well.
No, because now it's yes, one yes, two abstains, and one no.
Okay.
And when in doubt, always try the thing that you didn't try before. I'm gonna rub my neck idly and follow her and say, I'll join up with you three in a bit. Just keep these people safe, huh?
Yamato turns and begins walking away. RedStreak, are you just going to let Shadow X go with Yamato?
Oh, so Shadow X is just going with Yamato alone then?
Mm-hmm. It looks like it.
And my fans, you can follow on stream if you want.
Because I have a slight suspicion, so I might have to go with them just in case.
Sure.
Because that's what I'm feeling in my gut, that something is going on and that RedStreak might need to be there just in case.
Probably not a misplaced feeling.
All right, two yeses.
I'm not sure. We'll count it. Okay. As Yamato begins walking down the street, people kind of look to attack, but as soon as they see her form, they fly off, giving all the three of you a wide berth. At some point, she stops and looks to you. Turn it off.
Mm,
Where we're going, they won't be following.
Oh, that's fun. All right, fans. Let me just. Well, I can resist my audience's influence, so I'm gonna do that because I
Okay.
assume that they want to see what's happening during
Oh,
this.
they
really
absolutely
cool-
do. They're, clamoring and shouting and demanding that you show them where you're going and what's going to happen.
All right. When you resist your audience's influence on a hit, mark potential and expect retribution. All right. So I'm going to. What else do I get to do on a resist influence? It's been a while. When you reject influence, clear a condition by proving them wrong. All right. Well, it's going to be a boring day, but keep following for the afternoons, and I will let you know what happens if anything happens, but it won't. I'm going to clear angry and mark
Did you
potential.
actually? Oh, you rolled. You got a hit.
Yep.
Great. So Yamato nods at that and kind of melts into the floor. And after a while, a door swings open and she's standing on the other side of it. It's this, fairly new building. You don't see any handles on the door on the outside, probably why she had to open it from the inside. And she motions for you to come in. There's like this one fluorescent bulb kind of in the room, and she stands there expectantly. Are you coming?
All right, team, going to follow the baddie. No offense. We'll see you guys in a bit. Ready?
Who are you saying that to?
The other two teammates who are
You have left them a while ago. They are,
on
back.
radio.
Oh, do you guys have radio means of communication? That's fine by everyone?
I mean, I thought it was just basic part of being big teams.
Okay, great. I'm just confirming.
Okay,
confirming. Cool. Great. Yamato looks to you, and who was that?
The two people you saw me with earlier. I'm on a super team, right? It's protocol.
Right.
Yes. I mean, you have allies too. You have all these B people who you like.
Of
Don't
course.
get that when you talk to
And
them.
she holds out her hand expectantly.
I mean, you want me to put my communicator in there? Do you want an autograph?
I want your weapons and your communicator.
Pick one.
Both. I am showing you something that is going to be very interesting. And the least you could do is to acquiesce to my requests in that regard.
That's a very interesting opinion.
I
counter that I myself am inherently interesting, and any time you get to spend with me, which is a benefit to you and not available to anyone but the Fund a Friend contest, and it's not available to anyone but various contest winners, and you're really under the impression I care what you think, which is wrong. I'm gonna try and shut her down. Gonna drop that cold and cruel on her.
I'm not entirely sure it applies.
I'm trying to get rid of her influence on me by telling her I don't care what she thinks.
Yeah, go ahead, fine.
All right. In the 7-9, you either both inflict a condition or both lose influence over each other. All right. I'll say we both lose influence over each other.
Do you pick?
On the 7-9, you either. Yeah.
Okay. You're both losing influence over each other. That's fine.
I'll as a sign of good faith, I'll turn off my cell phone entirely and put it in a little black privacy bag.
She looks to you, Kimmy, or RedStreak. Do you have weapons? I don't see anything.
No.
Your communicators.
No.
You'll want to see what I have to show you.
Oh, really? Says the person who's part of Gray, huh?
We have lots of interesting information. I think, in fact, every time we've had something to show you, every single one of you was amazed by what we had.
give a crap. I don't trust you. So no, I'm not giving you anything.
Suit yourself. And she closes the door behind her, leaving the
I'll
two
give
of
her the
you.
communicator and go through the. Actually, Kimmy, if you can mouth off to her long enough, I'm going to go peek through the door.
I mean, I'm sure that RedStreak can do that.
Are you
Wonderful.
trying to mislead? What are you trying to do?
I want to be. I'm a ninja, right? So I want to move without being seen and find out what I'm can be shown without dealing with the villain. So
Yeah,
I
give
think this is
me
what
give
can
me an
assess.
unleash.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? Give me an assess. That makes sense.
All right. Do you have something that gives +2 teamwork bonus?
Do you want me to help you then?
Yeah. Can you move that up to a 7 in any way?
Okay, so what do I need to do then?
Do you have a
Do you have any way to help enough? Because Shadow X has failed.
the beacon and the delinquent
spectacular.
both have a move that can give you +2 when you help a teammate out.
I'm not a delinquent or a beacon.
Could have
Unfortunate.
cross class. Nope, that's a fail.
As soon as you Shadow X or Yamato looks to you, RedStreak, and final answer.
Yes?
Okay. She closes the door behind her right as Shadow X walks into the corridor.
Bye.
Let's cut to Minnie and Zip. So, you've got a crowd of people who are kind of moving generally towards the outskirts but are looking a little lost. What do you do, if anything?
I think we need to usher them out of the city. If we take them into a building, they're just going to leave again, so...
That's not necessarily true, but it's fair. Okay.
That's
Yeah, I agree. I want them out of the area, not in a static location where we have to like come back and check on them or stay and protect them. So I'm with Zip on this. I guess Minnie's contribution to that would be if she sees people trying to like stray from the herd, she will move a car or move a light post or move something in their path to discourage them from separating. And I guess
Okay. I'm gonna say you don't need to roll for that. That's fine. You managed to kind of keep this crowd contained, and you said you're taking them to the city outskirts.
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody here seen The Dark Knight Rises?
Yes.
Not recently.
All right. Well, you come up on a bridge because of course you do. It's a very conveniently placed bridge, and it's the closest way out of Halcyon. And there's a blockade on the bridge. What do you do?
Whose blockade is it?
Give me an assess the situation.
Ugh. Okay.
Okay, 2 questions.
Hey. How could we best end this quickly? And what here can I use to figure out whose blockade?
That's fair. You could probably use the large uniforms or the black and yellow striped uniform worn by people, as well as the large gray branding all over the blockade to understand that it is in fact blockade set up by Gray. It seems they don't want people to get out, to your chagrin. And you could best end this quickly. Breaking through the blockade would be difficult at best. Going around it would be a lot safer if you had a way to get people, across this river that wasn't via this bridge.
Minnie doesn't do around.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think. Well, I don't want to totally derail things. Zip, you want to?
I mean, I don't know how to get them to go under the bridge, or through the water, so yeah, let's mess it up.
Nice. Okay. So
So the
Minnie,
guards one of the guards kind of peeks up behind the bucket and stands up and he says, "Go back to the city."
No.
yeah, that's Minnie's answer too, but much less timid. She flies towards the bridge. Um, she's going to
Hang on,
burn, but
before we get to that.
yeah. So she flies directly towards the bridge, and I think she just starts yelling at these gray soldiers. I don't know. She's never fought gray. She knows they're bad people, but she doesn't really know much else about them. And
what is she trying to?
right now, she's just trying to burn, but
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
you know, like I'm just trying to position her so that.
Mm-hmm. So you fly at these soldiers, and as you get closer, you can see more and more of them are kind of aiming their weapons towards you as more and more of them kind of see you incoming at them. And the guy at the front kind of yells out, "Freeze!"
She just yells, and she unleashes her pyrokinesis at the crowd of bad.
Okay. Is that a reality storm?
Yes, it is.
Okay. 1 or 2 burn.
There's only bad guys on the bridge right now, right?
At the area you're aiming, yeah.
So just 1 burn. She doesn't need to be in control.
Oh boy.
Don't blow up the bridge.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get.
Oh my
The
God.
opposite of what you're doing.
Go ahead and give me that directly engage. Okay. Pick one.
I want to take their position from them. I want them to start either having to, defensively retreat or full out run. They can choose, but they're moving.
Yeah. I think there's exactly one way that you cause significant collateral damage and take their position from them.
I'm okay.
Tell me what it looks like.
Well, what am I doing? Let's be clear.
You tell me. What are you doing?
So yeah, Minnie unleashes her telekinesis, but since she's burning, she's using her demon hellfire. But she's in control this time. She hasn't given Alistar control.
More or less.
More or less, right. So she's looking epic, hair flowing all over the place, and she's basically a flamethrower from each hand. And she's got to kind of get in close, but yeah, she's zipping back and forth above bad guys and trying to burn them off of their positions without burning them if she can. But if they refuse to move, she will light somebody on fire.
So you certainly managed to force them back. They definitely don't want to get burned. They back off from the barricade. And as you kind of touch down, a little exhausted by your effort, you hear a very loud and an ominous creak to either side of you. And the gray guards, they look at you and they, to the left and to the right, and they take off at a full sprint. And then the creaking gets louder. Zip. As Minnie has touched down out of view behind the barricade, you actually see several of the cables at that location kind of twist and then snap. What do you do?
Oh, good. I am going to use not my body, and I am going to trying to how to describe it. I guess I get like I control kind of like the wind and pull the cables back down so it doesn't snap completely.
How are you doing that exactly?
Down.
Okay. That's a transform move still?
Yeah. Well, no, I took it. Yeah, I took it. Yes.
Excellent.
When there's something you can't deal with, you mark a condition to get brand new abilities to help with the situation, and then you lose the afterwards. So I'm gonna take the condition afraid.
Sorry, what move is this?
It's from the newborn.
It's a newborn move.
Ah, there we go. Thank you. I thought it was transform.
No, it's a new.
Continue. Yep. Okay. Great. So you are marking angry to evolve what powers?
I'm marking afraid, so
Afraid.
I can have wind powers.
Sure.
And
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of manage to pull the cables together, and knot them up. It looks like the bridge is more or less stable for now. The people kind of look to you. What do you do, Minnie? Are you going to lead them down this bridge, which you're oh so sure is absolutely good as new?
God.
I mean, I feel like I'm obligated to do that, right? I trust my teammate to hold the bridge. This is
Why
not
wouldn't you? Yeah, absolutely.
Is Gray off of the bridge? They're gone, right? They're
They're
not
running.
halfway across and gonna.
They're like 3/4 across, but they're running for now.
Okay, I think Minnie's satisfied with that, so she floats herself over to the crowd and starts, pointing and shouting.
Sure.
Across the bridge, go! Don't stop! Don't.
Okay. So the people kind of look a little panicked, but then they like slowly start heading over. And as you kind of scream at them in a bit of a panic, they pick it up and they start going faster. Zip, your construction hold for the time being, and they make it to the midpoint and they cross over the barricade. And it's at this point that the Grey Guards have reached the end of the bridge and have kind of stopped and are starting to pan. And they turn around and they see this. What do you want to do?
Shit. I'm assuming that they would have some sort of weaponry or like electronic devices on them.
Oh, they definitely have something of that nature, yeah.
And I want to configure it to give them like a loud sonic blast.
Sure.
Like, distracting them, and so they can't focus.
Yeah, go ahead and unleash for me. Okay. Is the effect going to be temporary or unstable, or are you marking a condition?
Temporary or unstable.
Okay. So the Grey Guards are absolutely disconcerted and discombobulated for a bit. And the people notice this and they kind of run towards them. And as the people kind of and the Grey Guards kind of clash together, it seems that manages to knock the guards out of whatever stupor they were in. Because suddenly there's this writhing mass of civilians and guards at the other end of the bridge. What do you guys want to do?
Meanwhile,
Yeah, sounds like a good time to cut. Let's cut to RedStreak. You're standing alone. Doors closed behind you, or in front of you, I guess. And there's the ominous buzzing all around you. What do you do?
So the door is closed in front of me, and it's still there.
What do you mean it's still there?
There, sorry. Okay, so the door's closed.
Mhm.
Sorry for a moment. Is this like a door to a building? Sorry, I didn't get the full
Yeah,
details.
it's a door to a building, but it doesn't look like there's any handles or a way to open it from the outside.
Oh, so it doesn't have a doorknob then. Okay. Did Yamano like control the door?
Nope. She sunk into the floor, and then appeared on the other side of it.
Oh. So I can't do that because RedStreak didn't touch her, so that thing's out the window. And Shadow X is trapped inside the door with Yamano, so we don't know what's in there. The only option I can think of right now is to knock down the door.
All right, how are you going to do that?
Kick the door?
Do you have super strength or anything of that nature, or are you just kicking it with regular strength?
Yes, I'm just kicking it with regular strength because RedStreak
Okay.
hasn't hit anyone yet.
I'm going to say that for now, we're going to cut to Yamato and Shadow X inside.
Okay.
And Yamato looks at you, Shadow X, and she says, "So, it seems that you decided to come in after all." And right as she says that, there's a bit of a boom. Well, not a boom, but a crash, as if somebody ran into the door right outside.
oh, shit, it sounds like we have an undecided vote. You know how it is, democracy and all that.
Right. Weapons.
The real truth can be found in inhabiting a character when you get to be someone else. Hence the ninja thing.
Right. As I said, if you want to see what I have to show you, your weapons, please.
I don't need. Okay, I give her the sword.
She nods, and she begins to walk down the corridor.
Mm-hmm. Following.
Sure. RedStreak. The door doesn't give, and you can hear a bit of thumping inside. What's your current power set, by the way?
Well, I haven't touched anyone, so I don't know.
Yikes. What did you have last time you had a session?
I don't remember because it's been a while.
Fair enough.
Well,
Unfortunate.
I mean, we're all teammates, right?
Yeah.
Could we
Sure.
have had a couple moments before this popped off where, all right, touch one of us and get one of our powers?
I'm fine with that.
Or try and smash the door with street debris from the riot.
I mean, you'll be able to smash it down eventually if you just keep at it. It's like it's a door, you can break it down eventually, but emphasis on the eventually.
I mean, it is a door, so it's going to break eventually with like regular strength. So are we saying that RedStreak touched someone before so she could knock down the door?
If you want to have touched one of your three teammates from early, like right before we started this session, I am okay with you having one of their three power sets if you want.
I think that would be easiest.
Sure.
But I think I'll go for Minnie's power set because Minnie is interesting, and also
Minnie, are you okay with that?
Absolutely, and I think Minnie would give.
All right, so can we let's play that scene out real quick. At the big team base, the two of you. How does it happen?
Well, I have a feeling RedStreak's going to be in the library reading Sailor Moon because that's what she does on her days off.
Sure. Minnie, why are you in the library?
She's probably anxious about the upcoming mission, and looking for her teammates that she hasn't really had a chance to have a conversation with yet.
Well,
And
there's
I
RedStreak
figure-
right there.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
she comes across her by accident and just kind of like wanders in and probably just walks up right behind her and tries to read over her shoulder until that becomes
Like, so like as Minnie's like looming over like RedStreak's shoulder to try and read, like RedStreak would just like notice and be like, "Are you okay? Are you looking for something?"
Yeah, I'm just like looking for whoever's supposed to go on this mission. I assumed you were one of them. I don't want to interrupt your reading, but is that Sailor?
Yeah, it's Sailor Moon.
So yeah, do you know like do we meet up somewhere specific? Do we need to get ready? I don't know. I don't know how this works. Everything just happens at random.
What happened before the crisis?
What do you mean? What happened before the crisis?
What separated the big team into 4 component sections?
A lot of
that's
stuff
a
needed
character
to. A lot of stuff needed to get done, and Cyclone was like, "You guys are going to do this, and they're going to do that, and etc. etc."
Okay, cool.
I figure we should probably be like on the way to a briefing, and Minnie maybe doesn't know where that is, so she's hoping that
Sure.
RedStreak will be her senpai and lead her to.
Wow, so RedStreak's a senpai now. Oh dear.
Okay.
So like RedStreak is showing Minnie where to go then to this briefing thing or whatever.
So I think the easiest way then, because this is supposed to be how you get her power set, right? So we get there, and you know she's like,
Thanks. You're the best.
Yeah, sure.
and that's how RedStreak gets Minnie's power.
I will
Sure.
say, Halo, you keep cutting off, so I can't hear much of what you're saying.
I said I think that's how RedStreak gets Minnie's powers.
Yeah,
right?
I
You
know.
need to touch.
Cutting off, so I wasn't able to hear all of it, but I heard that last bit, so.
Okay. So to confirm, it was on the way to the briefing, and was it a conscious exchange, or was it just RedStreak kind of reaches out and grabs them?
Well, she doesn't grab them, she just has to touch them physically.
Sure. So does she reach out and kind of brush against Minnie, and in that way seize the power, or was it, "Hey Minnie, I'm going to borrow your power set if that's cool"?
I think she would ask because Minnie has a demon inside of her, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know, the demon might be a bit, "Why the hell are you stealing my powers, girl?"
I mean, maybe, but Minnie doesn't make a habit of asking a demon for permission. He's there without her permission, so
Yeah, so
he-
I'm assuming she just like RedStreak asks just in case, because
Okay.
you know she doesn't know what if the demon could do something if she like took a bit of its power.
Yeah, Minnie totally has no idea, but she definitely would give RedStreak permission.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so you've got Minnie's power set, and you've got the door in front of you. You just tried, knocking it open with your body. That didn't work so well. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to. Minnie has telekinesis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so she's probably going to use telekinesis to try and rip the door open.
Go ahead and unleash for me then.
So unleash your powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Let me just get that. Unleash your powers. So free. Oh.
Oof. So what are you trying to do?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
So what were you trying to do with that unleash?
You keep cutting out. I can't.
I hear you.
Hang on, let me.
You're good.
Is this any better?
I can hear you now.
Okay. What were you trying to do with that unleash?
Like she just like. I imagine RedStreak is using the telekinesis she got from Minnie
Mm-hmm.
to like rip the door off its hinges so she could then enter in case Shadow X is.
Yeah. Okay. So you're trying to kind of break this door off, and it doesn't seem to be budging at first.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to be budging later, but you keep at it. And eventually, you can hear this creaking, and then a knock to the ground. And that's when you realize that the buzzing you heard wasn't just, a consequence of Minnie's power. The buzzing you heard was two bees landing behind you.
Whoa, great.
Let's cut to Shadow X with Yamato.
Oh,
So Yamato's been leading you kind of down this long hallway. It's kind of been twisting and turning, and there were a lot of staircases, and she led you fairly deep underground.
mm-hmm.
And you can hear voices now. They've been getting louder this whole time, and at this point they're actually quite loud. And you come up, to what looks like a bunch of offices with people kind of talking, and you can't really make out what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And Yamato kind of leads you down the hallway. The doors are, solid. They've got a little not hole where someone's eyes would be. And she leads you down the hallway to this open door. Are you going to do anything?
I'm going to be listening in. I'm used to being backstage and on movie sets where a lot of people are talking at once.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for it.
Sure.
The voices sound weird, like they're a tape recording and they're going over and over, repeating something, and you can kind of make out crying or screaming or people saying, "Get out of my head."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've worked with quite a few of your experiments. They end up a little bit knackered in the brain, aren't they?
Sorry, say that again?
Oh, I've been working with some of your experiments, and they're just the ones that get free. They're not great, are they?
No. That's why we try to keep everything experimental, wrapped up, and where it can't cause a threat to the public.
Yeah, that didn't work, did it?
I suppose it tends to fail more often than we would like, yes. Kind of purses her lips at that.
What are you showing me that you couldn't have sent a picture of?
And you'll see.
Fine.
And she kind of ushers into the office.
Oh. All right. If there's a door that might close, I'm going to slowly put a ninja star in the frame so it won't close completely and step into the office.
As soon as you step in, she kind of slams the door shut. And she says to you, that was quite easy. Thank you. And she walks away.
Show
it's
it.
At this. What did you say?
If you don't show it to me, you're gonna find out I didn't give you even half of my weapons.
She calls out, "Trust me, dear. Everything that I wanted you to see is in that room. There's a desk. There's a bed. There's a toilet. It looks to be somewhat like a prison cell. More lavish, but not by much."
No writing computers or anything?
No computers, certainly. There's a couple of scratches on the walls. And And as she kind of walks away, you can hear the like sound of an audio recording, and then the voices start kind of playing from all around you. What do you? Yeah, what do you do?
This again. All right. Is there like a bear swinging light bulb?
There's a fluorescent bulb in the like ceiling. It's pretty high up, like a good 8 feet. There's no windows, but you did mention that you put the ninja star in the door, so
Yeah, so I'm
you
just gonna
want
push
to,
the door open that I lodged. Head back out through the base.
Are you doing that right now, or are you going to wait a bit?
I'll wait. I don't want to.
Okay.
I mean, I'll wait to see the thing, but I'm gonna make
If
sure.
you're if you're going to wait for a bit, let's cut back to the bridge with
right.
Minnie and Zip.
Fair enough.
And the massive screaming people at the end of it. Minnie, Zip, what do you want to do?
So they're on the side of the bridge that is separated away from the town, the city.
Yeah.
This might be a bad idea, but why don't we just break the bridge and the people aren't in the city, and then we have less gray.
I mean, you certainly could do that if you wanted to, but you'd be leaving the people tangled up with Gray, and also you'd be closing a way out of the city, which is what Gray was doing originally. So Gray certainly wouldn't stop you if you did that. Whether or not that makes it a good idea is up to you to decide.
Okay, so I have a question for you. You described it before we cut away, and I've forgotten, so I just want to re-verify. Gray sees the civilians running towards them, and some of them have stopped to like regroup. Was that a thing?
Gray has regrouped at the end of the bridge, and they were kind of stunned at the end of the bridge. But when the civilians left the bridge, Gray was kind of here. Let me draw a picture. So Gray is over here. The civilians are going this way. As the civilians kind of hit Gray and became this huge jumbled mess of Gray civilian stuff, broken out of their stupor and have started trying to corral the civilians and to do whatever orders they have been given to do with the civilians.
Where's your drawing?
Guys, on the right page. Oh, God. What page am I on? Jesus. All right. I hate Roll20 sometimes.
It's okay. Technically. I am.
And now on to the commercial break, for we are experiencing technical difficulty.
All right. Step 1. Okay. Gotta get all the players again. That's why nobody was making fun of my excellent bridge run. Couldn't see it.
I was wondering when that was going to come out.
Yeah.
It's
great. All right. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Right. So Zip is like over here-ish, Minnie's like over there-ish. Great. And the crowd of Gray and civilians is at the end of the bridge.
Oh, they're mixed with each other?
Yeah, so they like collided into this big blob of Gray and civilians and panicking people.
Oh no, that's horrible. Okay.
Mhm.
That's not at all what I thought was happening. How many Gray agents?
It's about 5 to 1. Let's say there's, like 10 gray agents, 50 civilians.
Do they look like they're gonna hurt the civilians, or like what's?
Yes.
I don't know. This might be, of course. Yeah, I mean, Minnie's a hammer in search of nails. She's a blunt object. She flies into the crowd and tries to target Gray and not hurt civilians, but because they're mixed, I'm sure that's going to be really difficult.
Go ahead and give me a directly engage, and I'm going to add another option to the list. Don't hurt any civilians. Okay.
Hold on a second. I still have some burn.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 left, and if I spend the 2, I can prevent myself from causing unwanted collateral damage. So I'm gonna.
Wait, how?
I rolled I rolled a full hit on my burns, so I had 3. I spent
Sure.
1.
Yeah.
to
What are you
reality storm.
preventing yourself from causing collateral damage?
I'm spending 2 to reality storm again, but the
Okay.
extra is so that I don't cause.
I'm okay with you doing that. But I am caveating that unless you pick the you don't hurt civilians option, which I added to the list, you're going to end up hurting some of the civilians.
That's on what, a freak roll?
It's a directly engage, but you also have the option don't hurt any civilians.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So go ahead and roll that if you want. Okay. Zip, do you want to bump that up to a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you doing it?
Zip is going to turn most of Gray's weapons to off, or in a way that doesn't function as well. It will take a second for them to get their it to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's a 10. Minnie, pick 2.
I will take your do not hurt civilians option.
Mm-hmm.
And I will create I will take something from them. I will take their opportunity to hurt civilians. The opposite of her initial assault, right? She was crazed and manic. Now she is hyper focused. She's in her mode. She's using Alistor's powers in a way that he would not ever want her to use, and yeah, she's focusing her telekinesis and cherry picking all of the gray out of the crowd and lifting them up and throwing them into the river. She's removing them from the.
If you want to throw them into the river, that's going to be it's a bit of a fall to the river. 2, it's going to require a bit of exertion on your end. So I'm okay with that, but it's going to require another roll if you want to throw them into the river versus just kind of throwing them away.
No, I mean, if they can get hurt or killed falling in the river, then no, she wouldn't do that. I will change the description.
Okay.
She lifts them out of the crowd and just she brings them back onto the bridge. Yeah, towards us away
that
from
works.
the crowd.
That works great. Okay. So as you kind of separate them out, the people look at you and you get a couple of thumbs up, and they kind of try and disperse. So now it's just you two on this kind of narrowish bridge with gray soldiers with their guns. And to top it all off, you start to hear this like low demonic growling in your head as Alistar is becoming frustrated with your usage of powers. And he says, if you're going to hurt someone, actually try and hurt them. Does Alistar have influence over you?
That's an excellent question. I would default and say yes, because he's.
Okay, he is shifting your danger up and your savior down.
I will allow that.
Okay. Zip. Gray guards are on the bridge. Minnie is in the air, pulling them towards you. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna take there was an electric car on the ground, so I'm gonna move it and ram it into some of the gray people.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a directly engage. Okay. Unfortunately, you are out of team to bump that to a 10. What are you picking?
I want to impress, surprise, or frighten.
Yeah. All right. Tell me what it looks like.
So I think Zip moves the car and then slamming the gray against the edge of the bridge, so they're like in good danger of like falling off if they make the wrong move.
Yeah, absolutely. They kind of panic, and several of them drop their guns, and the others kind of like just lower them, and they look between the two of you and the escaping civilians, and they just kind of lower their guns, and they're like, okay, we're good. And they look to be surrendering. Do the two of you want to do anything before we cut back?
If they're surrendering, I think Minnie will take captives. Right? She expected them to run away.
Okay. How are you planning to take captive, and what are you going to interrogate them for?
She's not going to interrogate them. I mean, somebody else can if they want to. But she's going to hand them over to the authorities at a convenient moment. But how she captures them, she pulls out her grimoire and she opens it up, and it is a pocket dimension that will fit all of these people inside of it. And
okay, fair enough. Zip, do you want to do anything, or are we good to cut?
I think we're good.
Okay. RedStreak.
Yep.
Bees. And the door. The door is open, and the bees are behind you. What do you do?
Okay, so if I recall, Minnie has demon hellfire pyrokinesis. That's a Nova.
Yeah.
So I was gonna burn the bee people, but I can't do it.
Evidently not. Nope.
Nope. Damn it. What other powers does Minnie have besides telekinesis and pyrokinesis?
She can rewrite people's memories, but she almost never uses that power because it makes her feel disgusting. Okay. And she has psychic constructs, but like the idiom of that is witchcraft, right? She can create protective charms and cast defense.
Okay, so I think RedStreak would create 2 psychic constructs of the 2 bee people behind her, so that they're gonna fight the psychic construct. Would that work?
Sure. So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to like distract them? Are you trying to take them down?
I think for the moment, RedStreak is trying to distract them with the psychic constructs. So instead of them fighting her, they're fighting the psychic constructs. And if the door is open, she can go inside the door while they're fighting the construct.
Okay, great. In that case, give me an unleash.
Unleash powers. Okay. Hang on, let me do that. There we go.
Yikes.
What happens with all the missing?
Yeah, well, at least you're getting some potential. So you create those constructs and you take off into the hall.
To the door.
Yeah, well, through the door into the hall. Yeah. And the bees don't even glance at the construct as they, jump in right after you. And before you know it, they're kind of upon you, and pinning you down to the floor.
Oh.
And the last thing that you can see is them just kind of singing you over and over, and the pain overwhelms you. Shadow X. Door opens into the hallway. There's still the fluorescent light, and Yamato is nowhere to be seen. What do you do?
I'm gonna head down.
Okay. So the hall is a hall. You're heading down. Okay. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do?
I want to see what's here to be seen. I want to get back to my teammates who are probably doing something important at the quickest opportunity. So I'm just going to rush through here, see what I can assess, try and find the most important thing, and then try and save my teammates who've probably gone into trouble, frankly. Without my guidance.
What does see what needs to be seen here mean?
I think I'm going to assess the situation and figure, I'm just
okay. Go ahead. Do it.
Indoors, looking at things, seeing if there's a vent system I can use. Always better to use the vents.
Okay. Ask your question.
Who here is most vulnerable to me?
That is a good question. I think I'm going to replace who with what. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So to clarify, mission Cyclone asked you for to perform was to locate and retrieve Dr. Eaton, who has developed the cure for permutation pink, and who Gray has secreted away in order to not have that cure be deployed.
Oh, I am on mission. That's good.
Yes. And presumably, if Gray has secreted away Dr. Eaton, they would have probably put him in the same prison where they tried to put you.
Mm-hmm.
And in your stumblings around, there is a door open with an office that confirms this information. There's a document that you find that lets you know that Dr. Eaton is in fact being held in this facility somewhere. Probably not in the same area that you were, but somewhere in here.
All right, I'm going to put in my second communicator and tell the team what's happened so far.
Sure. Zip, Minnie, two of you hear, what do you hear?
I didn't catch the last bit of.
What are you telling them, Shadow X? What do they hear?
I lost Red. I think she went back to see you guys. But I have located the facility, and we do have the guy we're rescuing in it. How are you guys doing arranging cars or whatever?
Very well. We're all done with that.
Oh, then come back this way, please.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to go by the flaming red Yugo that was overturned. There is a broken down ice cream shop across the street, and there's a door that you're going to need a little muscle to open. No knob on it.
Sounds good.
I'm going to hide till you get here and see what I can see.
Yeah, I think Minnie begrudgingly follows instructions, comments as if
He's really pushing.
What did you say?
Chip is really just having an idea sometimes.
You said she's really pushy?
She's really pushy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to miss.
You guys are cutting out. Is it just me?
No.
No, they keep cutting out on me as well.
Test it.
We lose. No. Okay, Minnie. Test. Can you say something?
Hey. Test.
Yeah, you cut out after 1.
Not good. Test. 1, 2.
All right, you made it to 2.
This time.
Oh, Jesus, these
Oh.
technical difficulties.
I don't think it's on my end. My connection looks pretty
Is your
good.
voice and video sensitivity properly set? ...
Testing. Yeet.
Yeet. I heard yeet.
I think that's a little better. Yeah, we heard yeet.
Testing yeet.
Zip, if you're saying something, I can't hear you either.
Or is it knowing where you are?
I haven't said anything.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Watson, come here. I need you.
All right, Minnie, can you say something?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
All right, there we go. That works. Right? That works for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hope it stays that way.
All right, where were we? You were saying something about Shadow X.
Yeah, Minnie just comments that Shadow X is kind of bossy, but she follows directions. She goes.
Okay. What are you she follows directions where? To the facility somewhere else?
Yeah, to the front door. To the facility, yeah.
The door that RedStreak opened.
Yeah, so
You get there and there's no door there.
Yeah, it's accurate. There's no door there. It's there's a hallway.
I knocked it down.
No, you're not there at all.
Yeah, I'm not there, but I knocked it down. I knocked the door down.
Yeah. So what do you two do?
Okay, can we get more of the scene? We don't see our teammates, but we see an open doorway.
Yep. Do you want to see know what's around or what's inside?
Yeah, set the scene for us. What can we?
There are, several buildings to either side. There's bees flying around overhead and to the sides, but they're not really paying much attention to you. Within, there's a very sterile hallway. There's no doors to either side. There's just, the one lamp that's inside, filling the room with this, hospital fluorescent. And at the end of the hallway, you can see the archetypical staircase leading both up and down.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop from the ceiling around now.
Sure. I'm fine with that.
Party. I thought RedStreak was with you guys.
No.
No.
Well, she refused to follow me and discover the enemy's plans, so I don't think she went home. We better rescue her, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like.
After you guys, I'm not invulnerable. Just to the opinions of others. I don't get it. Okay. I shouldn't respond to things in chat. People listening to hour 2 of this podcast would be confused.
So Minnie takes points unless somebody else wants to. She has no.
She has what?
She has no problem taking point. And
okay.
I guess we're going back into the compound.
Yep.
Unless you have a different plan, go for it.
These are
Okay.
I've covered the following. I've tell them about the floors I've covered, but there are so many.
As you go in, we're going to cut to RedStreak.
Oh.
RedStreak,
Hey.
you awaken between these two bees who seem to be flying you high above the city. And you kind of itch a little bit all over your skin.
Ew.
It seems that, as you kind of slowly orient yourself, you realize that the bees are flying you directly towards Zodiac City. And it seems that more than you've inhaled a not insignificant amount of permutation pink.
Woohoo! Yay! I'm fine.
What do you do?
I could use telekinesis to fly, like Minnie does, and try and, like, get out of the bee people's grasp.
Yeah, you certainly could. Go ahead and roll if you want to start struggling.
Okay. So that unleash your powers.
Yeah, if you're just trying to get out, go ahead and unleash your powers.
I think it's unleash my powers. Sorry, I didn't.
You're kind of distorting. Say that again.
Yeah, for me too.
So I apologize if I'm.
Whew, RedStreak, you are high potential session. The beeple tighten their grip on you as you are struggling, and almost ominously, they kind of slow down as you are approaching Zodiac faster and faster. And you can kind of actually make something out. Ghazal, he's kind of standing in the middle of another intersection, and he's kind of pointing in various directions. And they seem to be bringing. So you're walking down the hallway, and you hit the stairs, up or down?
Let's go up.
Up it is.
Yep. Mini
what are you
follows.
looking for inside?
Red or the doctor?
These
Red
technical.
or the doctor? Did somebody have a question? Okay.
Minnie
No.
doesn't. She assumes Shadow knows what they're doing.
Sure.
Because...
Red or the doctor. Go ahead and give me an assess.
Sure. All right. I assume. Can I get some teamwork on that?
Nope.
Are we out team?
We're out
Yep.
of team.
All right. What here can I use to find the doctor?
You find yourself in an office
Mm-hmm.
with a number of notes, including a chart on Denise Watson, who was an associate of Dr. Eaton. It seems that she is being held down here, actually. And if anybody knows, she would likely know, where Dr. Eaton is or who's holding him.
She would know?
Yeah.
Dr. Eaton, I presume.
Dr. Watson is in one of the holding cells downstairs. Minnie, Zip, do the two of you want to do anything?
Zip is going to scan the city for RedStreak's phone signal. See where she is.
Go ahead. Nah, you know what? No, you don't need to roll. You can see it. It's like not too far from Zodiac City. It seems that RedStreak is going straight to the danger zone.
Okay.
And
So we're definitely
how?
not going to find RedStreak in this facility. I think she's going to Zodiac City. I mean, I assume she wouldn't go by herself, so...
Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or
Can you
maybe
try and
she's
call
in
her?
danger? I mean, yeah, I guess I could do that.
So is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm going to call RedStreak.
Okay, RedStreak, your phone rings.
Okay, people keep cutting out, so someone might have to tell me what just happened again because I keep experiencing technical difficulties.
Somebody is calling you. That's basically what's happening.
Am I still being flown to Zodiac City?
Yes, you are still being flown towards Dr. Gazal.
Great, Dr. Gazal's there. So I'm still in the air then. How the hell am I supposed to reach the bloody phone? So I tried telekinesis and that didn't work. Maybe I should create. Has to be people politely. Maybe I should just try and create another giant construct to make them drop me or something. I don't know.
I don't think you're going to be able to get them to drop you since you already tried that and failed somewhat spectacularly. If you don't think there's a way for you to reach your phone, then I guess there's no way for you to reach your phone, and it'll likely just go to voicemail.
I really can't think of anything.
All right, well, then it rings and rings and rings, and zip, you hear RedStreak's voicemail.
What is that voicemail for the curious?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's make it up.
It's
Yep.
Despacito.
That's not how voicemail works. The ringtone.
It's RedStreak singing Despacito.
Nice.
No, RedStreak would not sing that.
RedStreak is singing the theme song to Sailor Moon.
Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I'll go for that one. That's hilarious.
All right, so Zip, what do you make of that?
I just hang up the phone and I relay. I think she's in danger. If she's not answering her phone, she's in danger.
Or she's ghosting us.
No, she wouldn't do that to me.
I raise an eyebrow.
We're friends.
I'm sure. Why don't you go rescue her then? We'll meet you over near the Zodiac City business.
I don't know how to get up there.
Can't one of you two fly?
Not me.
I can, but I can only carry one of you.
Well, you don't need to. You just go grab RedStreak.
Okay, bye, I guess.
No, you don't have to. Don't make me force you to rescue a teammate. Lord knows there's more of you guys.
Jesus.
Someone just
Well, to be fair, some people on Big Teen are like clones of each other, so there are redundancies.
Yeah, so Minnie's already heading for the exit. It's like, yeah, so there's a teammate in need of rescue. She has no problem doing that. She feels like she's being bossed around, so that's why she's acting.
Yes, just come and save my ass, please.
Yes.
All right, so we'll ask the doctor where the other doctor is.
Okay, so you're going to go downstairs and try to find Dr. Watson, is that correct?
Sure, yeah.
Zip?
I'm going with Minnie.
Oh, you're going with Minnie. All right, let's do Shadow X for a bit then. Okay, go downstairs.
I try so hard to involve you guys on things. I try so hard. I asked you guys to come with me,
right.
And two of you voted. And then when you tried to rescue me and got captured, and then I tried to reunite, and you guys left.
It happens. That's how the story's going. So you go downstairs. The doors are relatively unmarked. There's
Mhm.
really no good way to tell who is at which door. And last time I checked, you don't seem to have keys to any of them. How are you planning to locate and/or communicate with Dr. Watson?
There's got to be a mass prisoner release for like a fire or something. I'll free everyone.
Go ahead and give me an assess
Yikes.
roll, and we'll see if there is.
Kaboom.
Okay, two questions.
Hopscotch, baby. All right. How could we best end this quickly? Feels like a reasonable question.
Yeah, if you're looking for a mass prisoner release, that's definitely going to give you the answer. Your wandering does seem to does lead you to kind of a central control area, and there is like a big red button labeled "Do not push mass prisoner release."
All right. What here can I use to protect the prisoners in their escape?
What are you to protect them from?
Gray, I guess.
I don't think this facility is conspicuously empty.
Okay, great.
Whether it's because it's abandoned or because Gray isn't expecting anybody to make use of it, is anyone's guess. But there are certainly prisoners here, and it doesn't look like anyone's monitoring it. So I don't think they'd be in any danger, at least until they get out.
All right, so I'm gonna go. I guess I'm in the mass control area. I look in the screens. I find the doctor we're looking for.
Good idea.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make sure that there's no. I guess I can individually release people in case there's a super villain here or something.
also valid. Yeah, you certainly would be able to try and locate Dr. Watson's room specifically.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he's like in cell, -3 D or something.
Negative numbers. All right.
Yeah, it's below ground. Negative.
Sure,
That's
makes
how
sense.
things work, right?
Well, it would be basement 1, but Gray. I'm gonna call the cell.
Yeah. What do you say?
Hello, Watson. Oh, what up, dog? It's Shadow X. I'm live here. I'm rescuing people from Gray Prison, and we're on a time delay. So, what's up? You want to be free?
So Dr. Watson kind of doesn't respond, Dr. Watson doesn't respond for a bit, and then tentatively, she kind of chokes out. Who are Shadow? Hello?
Shadow X, one of the most famous superheroes ever. It's fine, whatevs. Also, really good at competitive Tetris, just saying. Follow me for Tetris Tuesdays.
Thank you for making the voices stop. What? Are you here to get me?
Yep, this is mass rescue for everyone but supervillains. So, everyone, if you're using your toilet, finish that up, I guess. But, gonna evacuate this place. What up?
Are you
Liberation.
broadcasting
Can we get
that
some
one
Fs for saving
to
prisoners?
everyone?
What?
Are you broadcasting that to all the cells, or are you still talking just to Watson?
To the prison block, I guess.
Okay. I don't know. Do you know of Dr. Watson out of character? Do you know what the big team's relationship with her? Because she is like basically a supervillain to a lot of people on the team.
I think Shadow X clearly does not care what your team thinks. But just because you're a villain doesn't mean you should be held in extrajudicial detention. I think that's my first session was breaking someone out of fake jail, even though they were evil. So
all right, that's fair. This team seems to do a lot of that.
Big team policy is gotta give people in official jail.
Except for when they don't, like with Rodriguez. But that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. I wasn't there for that. I was
fair enough. Okay.
That you must have seen because it aired during the Super Bowl.
So what are you doing? Are you hitting the mass prisoner release or something else?
All right, fans. Do you think I should release all the prisoners? Give me you can vote in the polls. Thanks to our mod team. Love my mods.
I wish all these books memorized. let's cut away while I figure out
All right, let's hit that button.
how the star works when they do things like that. Anyway,
They can the audience can shift my labels. Is what I'm doing, and I can clear a condition. Although I don't have.
Perfect. Great. We'll jump to that when we get back. Zip, Minnie, you have decided to find RedStreak. How are you going to do that? Or at least, more accurately, to rescue RedStreak. How are you doing that?
I mean, Minnie doesn't have a plan. Minnie doesn't do plans, but as far as getting there, Minnie assumes that Zip has a GPS or a general location, and if not, then maybe Zip should let Minnie.
No, I'm gonna be constantly tracking her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pointing you in the right direction.
Sure. So after a bit, you do see the people who are flying RedStreak towards Zodiac City, Gazal, and the permutation pink. What do you do?
Is it so they're flying? They have RedStreak in their custody. Like, I'm having a little trouble imagining.
Here, yeah. Let me draw some bees.
I'm never going to look at these the same way again after this.
You're welcome.
Yeah, based on chat votes for people listening at home, there's a lot of consensus to free these prisoners.
They're all B.
I was wondering who was actually voting to free the prisoners.
Everyone, great. This is what the bees are. They've like got their arms like linked through RedStreak's arm, and they're like flying her slowly.
Oh, there's
That
only
makes
two
sense?
of them. Yes,
Yeah.
I thought there was like a cluster of them. But
No. It's just the two of them.
Easy peasy.
Buzz.
But they are flying, and Zip cannot fly, correct?
Yes, I can't fly.
Okay, so all right. Minnie's telekinesis doesn't have a lot of oomph behind it unless she sacrifices control. So if I'm flying both of us, I don't think Minnie can also attack with her telekinesis. So if Zip has an offensive ability here, I think Minnie would prefer that she initiates.
No.
If not, then okay, then we have to use our bodies. We're gonna have to punch these people.
Punch it real good.
Or
Yeah.
get Kimmy to touch you.
I've already touched Minnie, but I already tried to escape and it didn't work.
Oh, she's giant.
Yeah, don't worry about the giant RedStreak. I'm just memeing you folks.
Okay, then I'm going to fly us into the bee people, and hopefully we will tackle them and it will work out. Unless you have a better idea, I'm open to suggestions.
Nope, I like it.
Okay, all right.
Please.
Who's rolling first?
Okay.
I guess I'm directly engaging.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Wow, thanks for that imagery, Batman. I did not need that.
Okay.
All right. What are we picking?
I guess I'm taking RedStreak from them. Right? Take something from them. We're here for her.
Okay. Yeah, you're taking RedStreak from them. As you kind of grab onto RedStreak, well, tell me what it looks like first, and then I'll tell you how they respond.
Yeah, this is not a thing that Minnie's good at. So she's flying both her and Zip directly at these bee people, and she kind of panics internally, right? She doesn't let it show, but she doesn't know she can't fight. She has no strength whatsoever. But
Mm-hmm.
she thinks back to a movie that she likes, and she reaches inside her messenger bag, and she's gonna use her psychic constructs, and she pulls out of the bag with one hand a stick, and then it's a really long stick, and then it's way too long to fit in the bag, and it has a massive hammerhead at the end, and it's semi-transparent. It's made out of ectoplasm, but it's solid, and it's a massive hammer that she has no business having the strength to be able to hold, but her powers, and she just wallops one of these things over the head.
So is it it's a lot? Is it like a hammer on the end of a really long stick, or am I
It's
just
like a
missing?
massive, like it would be a two-handed sledgehammer, but because it's made out of ectoplasm and she's controlling it with her
Okay, so
powers.
it's a regular hammer. It's
Yeah.
just okay. Got it. Great. Okay. Yeah. Great. One of the bees goes down. And as it does, which one of you is grabbing RedStreak?
Unless you want
Zip
me
is
to.
totally
Yeah.
Okay. Zip is grabbing RedStreak.
Yay!
Zip, you can't fly though, right?
No.
Okay, so you two are just kind of hurtling towards the ground together while how does that look?
I guess it depends how far away RedStreak and Zip are from her, right? Like they're falling, but
Sure.
also RedStreak still has my telekinesis. So Minnie's kind of hoping that RedStreak will snap out of it and
All right,
float both of them back
let's jump to RedStreak and Zip then. So you two are hurtling towards the ground, kind of slowly at first, but you start picking up speed due to gravity because that's how physics works. What do you do?
I am going to use the telekinesis to stop us hurtling to the ground to our death.
Go ahead and roll for me. Let's see if you can remember how to do that in time.
Would you be able to roll for me? Because Roll20 is acting stupid.
Yes, I can do that. I'm going to roll freak because that's what it is. Jesus Christ. Have you been keeping track of your potential?
Yeah, that's a 3. It goes 3, 2, 3, 5.
I don't think you've had a single success. That's incredible.
Never missed so hard.
Change your high concept.
My first session was like this.
Have you been marking your potential this session, RedStreak?
No, I've been too busy concentrating.
Okay. You've got at least one advancement then.
Oh, great.
Okay. So, you do not remember that you have telekinesis in time. In fact, the ground is hurtling up at you fast. Who's hitting it first, you or Zip? Which one's cushioning the blow?
I guess I'll take the blow.
Okay. You smash into the ground. You manage to, remember, but it's a little too late as you plow back first into the ground. Zip, you're fine. RedStreak cushioned your fall. RedStreak, you are not. Go ahead and take a powerful blow for me. And I need to roll that. Because of course I do.
Also, speaking of, that scene we did with RedStreak?
Yeah.
Does that mean she still has her injured arm? Wouldn't that just make it worse?
I'm imagining that it has healed at this point. Or if it hasn't, then, it's mostly cosmetic. It's probably fine. It doesn't really matter though, because you got an 11 on the conditions roll. So go ahead and tell me what's happening with that one.
Oof.
I can just imagine like RedStreak bumping her head or something and getting some really getting a really bad concussion or something.
Okay. So are you picking that she's out or something else?
Probably not unconscious, but more like, oh shit, I'm in not a good condition. I'm gonna need help.
So for the purposes of the scene, are you out or are you picking that you're losing control, or two options? I'm a little confused here.
I'm guessing losing control then, if that's the
Okay.
other option.
If you're losing control, tell me what it looks like.
I guess. By losing control, I'd be like, when RedStreak hits the ground, concussion, like around her, besides Zip, because she's fine, starts levitating and moving around.
What is levitating and moving around?
Like cars and holes in the ground.
Sure. You've definitely got a bunch of chaos around you as you've got the cars and the environment swirling around you. That certainly seems to attract the attention of the bees, who kind of start circling above you, much as the surroundings are swirling below you. I'm going to take this moment to cut to Shadow X. Shadow X. So your fans have voted, and they vote that you release the prisoners. So that is going to be a shift for Savior up and for Danger down.
All right.
Okay. Are you taking it or are you rejecting it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Great.
I'm a noble
what are you
warrior
doing
for
now?
justice. Now that they're free, I'm going to call the team and ask how they're doing.
Who are you calling in particular?
Zip.
Zip. Okay. Zip, you're on the ground. There is a storm of various objects around you. Bees are circling above you. RedStreak is not able to be reasoned with. What do you do as your phone rings?
I answer and I'm real bad, not good. And I send a quick location, and then I
freed everyone.
Good.
All right. See you soon.
Mm-hmm.
If you need me, get someplace dark. I can't show up any place really bright. Ninja.
Okay.
All right. Call over. Hopefully they'll be able to create some shadow for me to appear out of. That's kind of how being a ninja works. You can't teleport into ninja. I could probably teleport onto stage if there's a stage nearby, but there isn't.
No stage nearby. But so Watson is free. Are you going to talk to her, or are you just letting her go?
Watson, everyone have been hearing some bad slander about you at the big team base. You gonna be a good girl?
I suppose. I don't think I did anything wrong, but you know.
What did they say about you?
They were frustrated that I was trying to earn a living.
Oh, that sounds really vague, doesn't it? A lot of bad ways to earn a living.
I was trying to sell medicine. I have developed, with the help of my companions, I've developed a new medication for permutation pink, and they took issue with the fact that I wanted to be compensated for my effort.
Oh, you one of those Monster Kelly kind of people?
Whom?
If one of those pharma bros raising the price of insulin and all that?
There's no comparable drug. It was entirely legal, and it's entirely within the confines of reality. In fact, it's not like anybody died from becoming a transformed. It's purely cosmetic.
Wait, it's entirely within the bounds of reality? Is your defense? I mean, most things are. Almost everything is real.
I said the bounds of the law.
You said in the bounds of reality.
My mistake.
Apologies.
The fundamental point here is that nothing that I was doing is even close to being comparable to what has created this entire mess in the first place. I am fixing the horrors wrought upon people, and I am merely asking that they pay me for my time and effort in developing this.
Why did Gray capture you? To get it for free?
Well, because Gray doesn't want distribution of this entirely. It's their fault of this whole situation. We're in this whole situation in the first place.
I'm a bit huffy, but so am I. I think we could be friends.
I suppose so. Did you have a reason for coming here? Or was it simply to rescue me?
I'm a liberator. I'm a hero. I gotta smash all the prisons. You know how it is. Destroy the state!
I appreciate that. I'll be heading out then.
All right. Don't get into any more trouble. I don't want to be. And if anyone asks, you escaped on your own, okay?
She kind of nods her head.
All right. Like, follow, and subscribe.
I want to clarify something out of character.
Yep.
First off, I'm echoing a bit on your end.
Let me fix that.
Okay, thanks.
I would like to clarify that you're not looking for Dr. Watson. You were looking for Dr. Eaton, who was an associate of hers, and I don't know if you remember that.
I thought she was here. She wasn't in any
Dr.
of the
Eaton is not in this facility, as I mentioned, but Dr. Watson might know.
Okay. I did not. I'm going to ask her where Dr. Eaton is before I.
Yes. Okay. So she mentions, Dr. Eaton was working with me, and when we were taken, Yamato said she was taking him somewhere personally. I don't know why, and I don't know where, but wherever she is, that's where you'll find her or him.
Okay, I'm definitely getting influence over Dr. Watson. So I'm putting that down. Is she?
Why are you getting influence over Watson?
Because I saved her. Didn't I save her from being jailed forever?
I wouldn't say forever. Is there?
I did do her a favor, and she likes me and told me.
Yeah. You know what? I'll allow it. Take it.
Yeah. Where I know I missed the last part. Yamato was taking her somewhere personally.
Again, yes. I'm not entirely sure where, but if you find Yamato, then that's where you'll find Eaton.
All right. And what's Yamato's powers besides having that big sword?
She can control people. She can manipulate people. She can have an army of gray goons to do her bidding, among others.
Right. All right. I'm gonna try and rejoin the team one last time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What does that entail? What are you doing? Are you just looking to find them? Are you trying to intercept them? What does that mean? You're going to be
all right. So we just see. Can you get to that part of the city without flight? It's not.
Yeah, I mean you can't get into Zodiac City, but Zip and RedStreak are on the ground.
All right. So we just see me. Sigh. We're like, all right, fans. Thanks for the scribes. Thank you. And we're gonna be back. Remember Tetris Tuesdays. I jumped to the top of a lamppost and we just see me like a long horizontal panel of me just hopping from one lamppost to the next to get to the other part of the city.
Let's cut to Minnie, who's in the air being grappled by a bee. What do you do, Minnie?
quite a difference.
Okay, so before we cut away, the last question I asked was, what is happening to RedStreak and Zip?
Mm-hmm.
And you described they hit the ground of her powers, my powers, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and they're being swarmed. Did I get that part right?
They're not, the bees are circling overhead. So I guess we're doing a 3D map, so let me there's like a circle of stuff, and there's some bees. And
It
then you're
looks like the
up
bees
here.
are gonna like take an aggressive interest in them, or
Oh yes, certainly.
okay, then Minnie's initial plan of letting herself get captured goes out the window, and
Mhm.
she is going to unleash her powers to try and get away from the bees who are attacking her and go back to her friend.
Do you want to roll burn?
I do not, because I
Okay.
burned.
How are you trying to get out of your current grapple?
She's gonna turn her telekinesis all the way up. So
Mhm.
you know, in its normal form, that means she's not really using her telekinesis. She's conjuring the poltergeists to basically just get everything off of her. Get away from me. Give me space. Unleash.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
No problem. What does it look like?
Yeah, so Minnie sort of looks over her shoulder and she's in the grasp of the bees. At first she's, you know, relaxing. It's like, okay, they're gonna take me, but this is gonna be a good thing. Trouble. It's like, okay, can't do that. So she just sort of closes her eyes, she refocuses, and then when she opens her eyes, she screams, and she is surrounded by malevolent ghosts, and they start mauling and tackling the bees and give her the space she needs to get away.
Sure. Yeah. So you've got the space. Where are you going?
Directly to her friends. She's gonna fly towards them, and
Okay. So the bees, the circling bees, are between you and your friends. Are you going to go through them, around them, or something else?
No. When she gets close enough, she will start pelting them with telekinesis and get their attention.
Get their attention. Sounds good. You don't have to roll for that. The bee's attention is now on you. Let's cut to RedStreak and Zip down below. Zip, RedStreak is kind of tearing up the city around you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run around the town and see if the small area, and see if I can find enough pieces to make like a freeze gun, so I can calm RedStreak down.
You're going to shoot her with a freeze gun to calm her down?
It doesn't last forever, just to pause.
For RedStreak, this is everyone's brutal to her this session.
Yes. Let me just figure out what role that would be. Give me a sec. Is there a particular move you have for this?
No.
No?
Well,
Okay.
I have. No, I don't think so.
It sounds like the closest might be a provoke then.
You're gonna provoke me to calm me down. What an excellent idea.
Go ahead and roll superior. Okay. Carrot or stick?
Wait.
Waiting.
Waiting.
What are we waiting for?
I don't know.
Well, you need to pick if you want to give. Does RedStreak take potential if she follows through, or does she mark a condition if she doesn't?
Potential.
Okay.
More so.
Tell me, okay, tell us what it looks like when you cobble together this freeze gun and shoot her with it.
It looks more just there's like a small layer of frost spreading over her body, and her movements are a little more slow.
Sure. RedStreak. You feel kind of lethargic from this blast. Are you going to kind of relax into it? And if you do, you get to mark potential, or are you going to try and break out of it?
Well, one, I've already got loads of potential for an advancement, but
Can always get more.
no.
It's not actually a potential. It's a team.
Oh, is it a team?
Yeah, team or condition.
Oh,
but in this case,
my mistake. So it's team if you fall through, which might be more valuable right now, strangely enough.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say that RedStreak's initial reaction would be to break out of it, but just for the sake of the
Well, if that's her reaction, then that's her reaction. Please don't let mechanics influence the story. If her reaction is to fight, then it's to fight.
Because she what's happening to her. So
Yeah, that's totally valid. If that's what happens, that's what happens.
I guess her reaction would be to break out of it because she doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. That's the risk you run. Okay. So, Zip, she breaks out.
Yay.
Or is it? Manny. Actually, let's cut to Shadow X at this time. Shadow. There's an alleyway nearby with shadows. You kind of emerge from it and you see the scene unfolding before you. Minnie hurtling towards the bees circling overhead, Zip shooting RedStreak, who kind of shakes it off and seems to only become more furious. What do you do?
Why are you attacking Red? Yeah.
Just trying to chill her out. I can't think of anything. I have utilitarian powers. I don't really have like offensive or defensive stuff.
Has she turned on us? Is that what's happening?
No, her powers I thought a little out of control.
So are you doing anything, Shadow X, or are you frozen for the moment?
No, I'm gonna try and fight the bees. I'll try and defend my friend from the bees while there's something. Try and have this argument at the same time.
Which friend? The friends below or the friends above?
Friends above.
Okay. Let's cut to Minnie. Minnie, what were you doing to the bees? Actually, before I cut to Minnie, let's get some team in the pool. Who is leading this team now that you're finally all together?
What is the threat, right? We do
bees
team when we
and
face off
RedStreak
against
to
the
an
threat.
extent.
Okay, so I think reluctantly Minnie is leading because she's the only one attacking the bees right now, and she intends to take them on alone, but she wouldn't turn down.
I can see that. Does anybody else think that somebody else is leading the team?
Nah, I'll go with Minnie.
Okay, Minnie it is. Question 1, Minnie, do you have influence over everyone?
I have influence over no one on.
Okay, really, not even RedStreak, even after that scene.
RedStreak didn't tell me I had influence, so I.
Okay, fair enough. Does anybody want to give Minnie influence, or are we all set with how it is right now?
I don't know why I'd give them at this time. We've barely spoken.
Okay, yep, that's fair.
Yep.
Red's currently in a situation where she can't verbally say, "Here you go, Minnie, here's influence." So
Fair. Zip.
Not at the moment, I don't think.
Okay, sounds good. Second question. Where did my basic moves PDF? That's the thing. What is your purpose in the fight, Minnie?
Minnie's purpose in the fight is to lead the bees away from her.
Okay. Zip, what's your purpose in the fight?
Yeah, just to get the bees away.
Okay, RedStreak, what's your purpose?
To not get hurt and captured anymore.
That's fair. And Shadow X, what's your purpose?
Defend the team.
Okay. You do not have the same purpose. Does anybody mistrust Minnie?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Are you ill prepared or off balance?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we've got one team in the pool.
You can take a
Better than
condition to
before.
give us more
That's
team.
true. That's true. Minnie, you can take a condition to get another one if you want.
Considering I'm gonna burn and I might fail it, I don't think I want to do that.
If you get more conditions, you're less likely to fail the burn.
Yes, but if I fail the burn, I will get conditions and I could knock myself out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sure. Yep. From that perspective, valid. Okay. Great. One team. Good job. So, cut to Minnie. Minnie, what are you doing?
Yeah, so she's got the attention of the bees, and I think she flies above them and like upward in a spiral. She wants to keep enough distance that they can't hurt her, but she definitely wants them on her. She's, like I said, she wants to lead them away from her friends so they can either continue the mission or come up with a better.
Okay. So how are you doing that?
Flying, circling them, and pelting them with telekinetic blasts. Not really hurting them unless they become a threat to her. Like I said, she's just being obnoxious. So I don't know. Provoke, maybe? I don't know if they're susceptible.
Yeah, provoke sounds good. Provoke sounds good. Okay, well. The Minnie flying above, being obnoxious, kind of yelling at the bees, who don't seem to be paying too much attention to her. It's, almost as if they're far more focused on the vulnerable members of your team. And you said you wanted to defend them. How do you do that?
It's time for a show.
Okay.
Time to be beautiful and gorgeous. I fill my hands with ninja stars, and I'm gonna blacken the skies with these things.
What's your goal in that action?
My goal is to, I guess, I'm putting on a show, but I am defending my team. I want to get the attention of the bees off me and onto myself.
Go ahead and roll Savior.
Let's do it.
Bam. All right.
No shame.
Yeah, so the bees are going to turn. And they kind of aim their stingers at you.
Why would you worry, bees, when you can follow someone on the A-list? All right, you two stop fighting, and I'm gonna, just flip over a lamppost and swing over a roof and just be doing that.
Let's cut to RedStreak and Zip, who are still fighting here. RedStreak, Zip just froze you, and you broke out of it. What are you going to do now? Remember, you're afraid, insecure, and hopeless. The situation is bleak, and now your teammates are turning against you. What are you going to do?
I wish I could just break out of it myself. I don't think I can do that.
You could conceivably try. What does it look like? You're going to try if you want to center yourself. What's that going to look like?
Like she she's on the floor on all fours because she's in pain and stuff's going on. So she's gonna look up, see Zip, and then she's gonna look up into the sky, and she's gonna see all the bees attacking, following Shadow X or whatever. And then she sees all this debris flying around her, so she's gonna close her eyes and try to ground herself. to try and like stop the debris from flying around her. If that makes any sense.
Sure. I'll give it to you. Yeah, you'll like pause for a moment as the debris stops. Zip. So you see RedStreak kind of take a moment to center herself, and slowly the vortex you're in abates. What do you do?
I think Zip is gonna run over and give RedStreak a hug.
Mm-hmm.
And then and probably use my freeze gun on the some of the bees.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to
grabbing-
comfort and support RedStreak, or are you just, giving her a quick hug and then moving on?
I'm just I think it's more like to her knowing that I'm
Sure. Okay. So freeze gun, shooting the bees.
yeah.
Okay. I think that's a directly engage. Go ahead and roll for me.
Well,
Okay. Are we going to try and boost that or no?
I
We've
don't
only
think
got
we
one.
can.
Well, oh no, you're right. We only have one team. Yeah, we cannot boost that. Okay, well, you aim very carefully into the sky, and just as carefully as you aim, you pull the trigger, and the frost ray flies out, and it hits Minnie straight in the head. Minnie, you are cold. You're very cold. And now you're hurtling downwards, straight through the bees and into the ground. Is there anything you're going to try and do?
It happens all the time.
Are you saying something, Shadow X?
I'm just humming "Cold as Ice" by Foreigner.
So, are you going to do anything, Minnie, or are you just falling?
I mean, it sounds like I have to make a special effort to not lose control and hit the ground, right? So I will try and do that. The easiest thing is to create, a cushion of telekinetic energy to hopefully not hit.
Mm-hmm.
Than I did.
I will allow you to roll, but take a -1 because you're freezing.
Okay. I'm
Yeah. Okay. That was with a -1?
Yeah.
Great.
Because I have a +1 because I have
Sure.
Because of
Yep. I don't really see a way for this to be temporary unstable, so what condition are you marking?
I guess guilty. She
Guilty.
Guilty
What are you guilty about?
She feels guilty for being a crap ass leader, escalating situations more than they need to be, and just being a hot mess.
Oof. All right. Very nice. Okay. So, you managed to land on your cushion of air, but, you're feeling a bit guilty. And Shadow X, your team is together and the bees are circling down, and it looks like they've picked a target. As they all fly down, sneers at the ready, pointed directly at Zip. What do you do?
I thought I'd been,
Oh, wait, sorry. You did get their attention.
I have aggro on them.
You did get their attention. Zip. Their sneers are pointed directly at Shadow X. I mixed that one up. Sorry. What do you do?
Shoot.
Well, that's okay. You can't hit Minnie this time.
Or 10.
This team is a hot mess.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Shit. She's going to throw her gun because it works like crap, and and be like, just leave her alone. Just leave us alone. And I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Blow.
Sure. That sounds like a provoke roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very good at that.
Let's see how it goes. The
Use
answer
harsh-
might surprise us.
Yay!
Hey.
All right, close enough. They don't leave Shadow X alone, but at minimum, they kind of stop and they freeze. And that gives a moment for anybody who wants to act to jump in if they want to right now. So that's you, RedStreak, or you, Shadow X, because Minnie is still a little bit disoriented by her fall.
I have 0 danger. Can you do better than that?
Who is that to?
Sorry. I'll jump in if you think it's fine.
If
Would
you
you
want
rather?
to jump in, go ahead and jump in. Tell me
Alright.
what you're doing.
I'm gonna smash him with the butt of my second sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with direct engage. Okay, what are we picking?
I'm gonna avoid the blows. I don't want to get hit by frozen bees.
Okay, yeah. So your sword smashes into them, and they try to hit you back, but they just can't. Why can't they? What does it look like?
Smoke bombs. But bees
What?
hate smoke. Ninjas have
Smoke
smoke
bombs.
bombs.
Nice, very nice. That actually forces them off of you a bit as they kind of retreat from the smoky area. RedStreak,
Mm-hmm.
you're centered. Shadow X lands neatly down below you. RedStreak, or Zip is by one side, Shadow X by the other, and Minnie's safely behind you. What do you want to do?
I am going to create a psychic construct
Mm-hmm.
of a sword that
Mhm.
looks very similar to Gwen's sword. because
Sure.
And she is going to go in, run right into the bees, and basically just try and hack and slack them or something. Not kill them, but just try and hit them. Try to just.
What's your goal? If it's not to kill them, what are you trying to get the bees to do? To retreat? Are you trying to capture them? Are you trying to incapacitate them? What are you trying to do?
Stop attacking us.
Okay. Make it look like it's more trouble than it's worth. Fair enough. Go ahead and give me a directly engage then.
You're gonna have to do it for me.
You're right.
Bats, you always forget.
I do. Oh, I know why you're such a mess. You've got like 3 conditions.
Yep.
Okay, well, is anybody gonna help, or are we getting more of that hot mess in here?
I can help.
All right. What does it look like when you help?
More ninja stars. Always more ninja stars.
Answer to everything is more ninja stars. I mean, it does when you've got what is it, like 6 misses in a row.
-2 on it.
Yeah. So pick one option from the list, Kimmy.
For me?
Yeah. Do you need me?
Yes, please.
It's during game talk.
Right, engage a threat. I guess. I just want to knock them out. I don't want to kill them. So I guess resist or avoid their blows if they're attacking back.
They are attacking back, and you can do that. Sure. Tell me what it looks like.
Okay, so she's using the sword. It's not sharp, so it's not gonna like stab them or anything because she doesn't want to kill them. So it's just in the shape of a sword. It's like a blunt sword. It's like as blunt as a sword can be. It's like solid but blunt. So she's gonna use that, try and like knock the bees out, but they're attacking, so she like dodges them and like hits them back, and then dodges again and then hits them back.
Sure. So as you kind of like parry forward and back, the bees realize that, you know, what they may have thought was a vulnerable and weakened team is not quite as much as that. And they kind of circle together and fly, kind of spiral away from you into the air. Is anybody going to pursue as they retreat, or are you going to let them go?
Where are they retreating to?
Right now, they're just kind of flying upwards and away from you. Eventually, they'll fly elsewhere into the city to pass up.
Minnie will not allow that.
Okay.
So
How are you going to
while
try
her
and stop
team
it?
has been, Minnie's been watching her team sort of hold off while she's recovering, and something occurred to her. Bees, real bees, have a hive mind kind of situation, pheromone communication. She's hoping that these bees have that same aspect and that she can exploit that. So she's going to use her memory altering powers, even though she hates them, and she's going to try and take control of the whole swarm.
I like that.
Specifically to rewrite their memories so that they believe we are their allies, and we need to go to Zodiac City, and they need to take
that is cool.
Let's pause right here because I have a couple of questions and I need to also look some stuff up, and because it's a really dramatic moment, that means it's a great stopping point. So let's come back in a couple of minutes.
Be right.
You've heard it before, it happens all the time. There's just in the world behind. That's just gold. That's just
The show must. Alexa, play Despacito. It's a 5-hour session. If you do it in one upload, it's gonna. Annie is the hero we don't deserve. Gremlin.
And I'm back. Hope you missed me. Glad you didn't.
We interrupt this
If
broadcast.
you are hearing this podcast was not edited. You can keep skipping forward. Plus 30 seconds. Dum, 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 dum.
Rip Annie's recording. So I just want to let you guys know that it's not you. It's Minnie. She's a jinx. She's an agent of chaos. It is entire.
It's not you. It's Dupree. That's my sequel idea for you, me, and Dupree.
It's not you. It's
See?
RedStreak being captured.
It's not you. It's V. I drew it wrong.
Everyone on this team is a hot mess.
It's okay. We have time to collect our thoughts. Everybody can think outside of the box for ways to use their powers. This is the breathing room.
It's actually really hard to think of how to use Minnie's powers for RedStreak.
That's fair.
No, Bats, we cannot hear you
She's
because
not.
you're on.
No. You're muted, so no.
Annie just left. Annie's
Right. Being muted would do that. Thank you. I forgot. Here I was talking, wondering why no one was responding. Okay. So, is everybody here? Are we all back?
I think.
Mhm.
Zip, are you?
Yeah.
Kimmy, you here?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So, Minnie was opening her mind to take control of the bees.
Yes.
Okay. So, Go ahead and roll for me. Let's find out how effective it is.
What
It's
am I?
it's going to be a provoke.
Provoke. She's
Yeah,
gonna
because you
Provoke.
want them to do something, right?
Yeah, that's okay. Womp
Yikes.
womp.
Yeah, so what does it look like? What are you trying to do?
I mean, the last time you described her, she was safely behind her teammates when she
Mhm.
fell to the ground. So
Mhm.
she's going to use the space that they're giving her to just focus, right? She closes
Mhm.
her eyes, she gets in her meditative zone. Alistar is being just a total asshat, shouting obscenities at her and being, showing her the cruel visions he always
Actually,
shows
he
her.
isn't.
He is
He's being very quiet
Uh,
right now.
Oh.
Then I don't know what is throwing off Minnie's focus, except that her guilt gives her a penalty to provoke. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe she feels too guilty to focus on the task again.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
What does she feel guilty about?
I know what it is. She
Mhm.
hates this power. This is the rapiest, most awful power in the world,
Yeah.
and she hates using
Yeah.
it, and she really doesn't want to follow through.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's at this point that Alistar actually speaks up. He kind of booms in your head. You see, if you really want to do this, you have to really want to do this. And you kind of see your head turning, and like you get like zoom enhance as one of the bees kind of starts twitching. And out of nowhere, he just stabs the bee next to him. And that one just like freezes for a moment and then starts plummeting. And then he starts going crazy and stabs the other one too. And the second one kind of starts falling to the ground. Do you want to
What?
do anything?
It's
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
Minnie's gonna double down.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna try to do it again because now Alistar has control of the bees, and that's worse than them just being violent towards us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna try it again. She's gonna show
Um,
or not.
I don't think you can. I don't think you alone have enough to get Alistair under control. Somebody from around you could try and help, could possibly try and calm you down with a comfort and support. But I don't think that you alone have the fortitude right now to stand against it.
I can do that because I have her power.
Okay. Yeah. You would probably be feeling something as Alistar is going crazy here.
Probably. So
What do
like,
you do?
so like, I think I would go up to Minnie, grab her hand, and like try and concentrate as well, like on the mind control and like trying to help Minnie so that Alistair isn't like controlling the bee people and making them kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
Want to stop them stabbing each other because obviously we don't want a demon using bees to like kill each other and maybe
Can I interrupt there
Mm-hmm.
for a second? Okay, so I think if RedStreak does that, right?
Mm-hmm.
She approaches Minnie and is like, okay, you can do this. She remembers.
Mm-hmm.
RedStreak has my powers. I don't have to do this. RedStreak can do this.
This
So
is
rather
true.
than let her like, all right, come for me and make me feel better, it's like, I kind of suck at this anyway. Maybe it's better if you try. And
Okay.
Minnie
to me.
turns it around. Minnie lends whatever energy and focus she can to say, RedStreak, do this. You can take control of the bees. Make them think we're their friends. Make them take us to Zodiac City. And like she's coaching her through how to use this power correctly.
Do you want to try that, RedStreak, or do you want to keep trying to work on?
No, I think that's a really good idea. I'll go with that.
All right. Do you want me to roll for you then?
Please.
Yeah, I think in this case, freak is more appropriate. All right, you got a 9. Do you want to mark another condition? Or do you want a temporary or unstable effect?
I've already got 3 conditions, so if I take another one, then I'll only need 1 more left to like knock out.
No, you'll need 2. Taking the 5th doesn't knock you out. It's the 6th one.
Okay. So should I just take a condition then?
It's up to you. You don't have to. But I will say that I
If
would
you
love
don't-
for you to nod and to let me pump the drama at an opportune moment.
Okay, I'll let you up
Stay-
the drama because I want to see this drama.
Okay. Then the effect is temporary and stable. But for the time being, it does seem like the bee kind of calms down. And actually, with relative ease, it listens to you. What are you going to tell it?
I am going to tell it we are not enemies, we're allies, and that they need to take all 4 of us to Zodiac City.
The bee kind of nods. And very slowly it kind of descends and picks you up, and very slowly it starts bringing you upwards. Although you could probably fly, so you might want to direct it to lift somebody else up.
Sorry, Kim, I had to do that. The hell? Okay. You do realize that was recording, right?
Are we okay here?
I apologize. My mum is being a dick.
It's fine.
Thank you, Mom, for defining the gender binary.
That is gonna be in the YouTube video now. I apologize.
It's fine.
Up the tension a little.
Yeah. Where are we continuing? If we're continuing, B comes down. What do you want to do?
Okay. I think I was gonna direct it to someone else who couldn't fly. So I'm assuming.
Sure. So you 4, you said you were going to Zodiac City?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why?
We're trying. That's where the clue was to rescue the doctor.
Yes. They were with Yamato. You believe Yamato is in Zodiac City?
That's what I was told.
Okay.
I can.
Don't remember
ask
that,
my fans. You know what?
but okay.
I'm gonna ask my fans if they've seen her.
You know, that's a really good idea.
All right. To put out a tweet. I didn't see the stabbing thing. I was looking at a new script my agent sent me. It's a prequel to Annie, and they want me to play young Miss Hannigan.
Oh God.
It's not great, but it would be several $1 million. So
go ahead and roll superior.
It's not often Japanese women get to play evil orphanage owners in a musical. So yeah, I'm gonna put out a tweet about anyone.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
All right, yeah, 5. Ooh,
Damn, guys. Damn. So what does the tweet say?
Hey, anyone? Oh, I probably confused myself and tweet out about the script I'm not supposed to mention, and lose the project.
Yeah, people are mad at you. You know, that was you were under NDA for that, and also they really hate the idea of a Japanese woman being an evil orphanage owner. Don't you know that's racist?
I don't know that's racist. Oh,
It's
I'm gonna mark a
horribly
condition.
racist. It's horribly racist. Japanese women aren't supposed to be evil orphanage owners. You're kind
That's
of
why
getting
it's a
it
break
raw
from
on
rule.
Twitter right now.
I'm just angrily mashing at my phone.
It's
while you
kind
guys
of
are
a
fighting
hot
me.
mess right now. And nobody there has heard of Yamato, especially not, you know, given that she owns several orphanages in Japan. You know, nobody at all is going to help you with that.
calling my publicist.
Yeah, so maybe the publicist is calling you. It looks like Zodiac City then is your only way forward. That seems to be what I'm seeing. Is that...
Yes.
All right. So you slowly ascend to Zodiac City. Shadow X angrily tweeting the whole way and just making this whole mess worse. In fact, Shadow X, do you think that might be worth marking a condition, pissing off your fans like that?
Insecure makes sense.
I buy that.
I just want everyone to know that being groundbreaking is something that's going to anger some people. Okay, part 1 of question mark.
Jesus freaking Christ. Incredible. Okay. Jesus.
Well, I'm fighting crime and you are on your keyboard. Thank you for that.
Oh, God.
I have to make wonderful t-shirts in size XXL and double minus SL because none of you are normal size.
Has anybody here been in Zodiac City before?
I'm making circus tents and baby clothes, and you're trying to say, why isn't it fashionable? Well, I don't design it. I don't design the clothes. I'm not a clothing designer. Yeah, once.
Yeah.
Well, before it was Zodiac City, right? It's not a new city.
No, it's a region of Halcyon. Has anybody actually been here now?
I was here a lot before it was Zodiac City. There was a cool.
All right, but nobody's been there since. All right, that's fine.
Well, I was in the city when it was it was on the ground, but not in the air.
Okay, that's fine. Tell us what it looks like, Sif.
I don't know. Buildings put together in like materials that like don't go together. So, like brick walls and wood and a lot of tents still.
Cool. So would you say it's kind of poor-ish, poorer than the rest of Halcyon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Underserved.
So you're kind of surrounded by this, floating around you, and all of you being this close feel odd. You feel very tingly, very itchy all over. Kimmy, you're starting to actually sprout like tufts of hair all over your exposed skin.
Are you fucking this?
You know, it's kind of gross and uncomfortable, but it's probably fine if you just shave it off. You know, when you get a chance, probably.
God, I hate you right now.
Hey, it's not my fault you guys went to Zodiac City. What do you do here?
Yes, it is.
That's how the story evolves, folks. Yamato is clearly in Zodiac City because that's where he went. But where in Zodiac City is Yamato?
The past. Obviously. Or the future. Or the present.
Yeah, well. So.
Is that you inviting us to?
Yeah, it's me inviting you to tell me what you're doing and where or how you're going to try and find.
Go up there and take a look around.
Minnie is doing two things. First, she's giving RedStreak influence over her. So RedStreak, take influence over Minnie for wrangling her powers. Like, I'm not sure if Kim.
Oh, sorry. It went out for a moment, but yes, I shall gladly take that influence over Minnie.
Awesome. The other thing that Minnie is doing, while Shadow is bleeding at her fans on social media, is as they get closer to Zodiac City, she's going to mark her doom track to have a vision about the situation.
Ooh, what are you trying to have a vision of?
My understanding of the powers is that you give me a vision and I kind of get to ask a question about it. I would like to find the villain, but you don't have.
Sure. Yeah, I wanted to have an idea. Give me a second to think about this.
Yeah, you can come back to me.
Sure. Let's jump to someone else. What are you guys doing while Minnie is spacing out?
I'm gonna ask RedStreak if she's okay because she just got kidnapped by bees or something.
That's fair. RedStreak, are you okay?
Well, besides the whole... I'm guessing she's fine.
Okay.
Depends how you define fine.
Yeah, accurate.
How about you, Zed?
She's got mixed feelings because she has like a couple conditions. She's got hair spraying all over her body. She might have been freaking like injected or something from the bees.
Yeah,
So
that's how she feels. She's having a.
Yeah.
she's basically a hot mess.
So she's not fine at all.
Says she,
Okay.
but secretly she's not fine.
Sure. Do you want to comfort and support that?
They
Gold
seem like
or
they're
no?
not opening up to me, so I'm gonna open up to them.
Yeah, that's fair. Go ahead. What does it look like?
So I took Not So Different After All from the Outsider playbook, talking about my homeland of LA. So
Totally an alien play.
exactly. Well, compared to Halcyon City, yes. So this is just an average kind of city street, skyscrapers, taxi cabs parked on the block, parking meters, that kind of place.
No, it was described as like pretty poor. Materials don't really build together, like brick houses with wood paneling. Hastily built, underserved, not great government, etc.
You know what this place needs? Oh, I took my level up advance of take +1 and move your stats around.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put my freak up and get into that ninja place. You know what this place needs? It needs what is it? Food trucks. When I was in on Abbot Kinney, that's down in Santa Monica, down by the ocean, just the most amazing French cheese truck you would ever imagine in the world. And the thing is, it had Comic Sans as the font, but you wouldn't think that this is a good food. The best grilled cheese I've had in my life. Normally a vegetarian, but they put bacon in it sometimes, or apple slices, and you wouldn't think those. But I'm just saying that there are other places in the world, and we're gonna get there, okay, guys? I mean, I am. I got a flight next week, so great speech. I'm gonna clear.
Who was it directed to?
RedStreak. Why not?
Okay, RedStreak, are you going to say anything to that lovely speech? Are you going to try and open up, or?
It's not. That move isn't about opening up.
Which move is it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Not so different after all.
You're right. Yep, continue.
I'm going to add a team to the pool and describe the glories. So I have to confess a flaw of my home, which is traffic is bad, and it's not obviously not as much crime to fight, but I like it there, and maybe you guys should come out sometime.
I'm not sure I'm counting traffic being bad as an acceptable flaw of your home.
Well, it's really bad. Have you been to the 405 to the 110 connector? You can wait 15 minutes to switch highways there. That's not how it is in Halcyon. And the air is not great, and the people are fake.
You know what'd be really bad?
What?
A team of villains from your homeland.
Yeah, that would be something I'd be willing to accept.
Well, I live in the valley. How about that? Guess what? I grew up in Eaton. Eat shit.
Go with the villain from your homeland idea.
I'm not. If you want to say those things,
flaw of my home. I don't have to bring in bad villain additional.
No, you don't have to do that. I agree. But if those are your flaws, I'm not willing to count that and to give the move. That's fine. We can have it for story-wise, but that's not.
All right. Then okay. I will mislead them about my home, take a team from the pool, and take influence over RedStreak.
That's fine.
All right. Haters. So many haters.
Influence over me from Shadow X. Bossy.
Okay, Minnie. While you were spacing out, one of the bees, in fact, the bee that flew you up here, you kind of get a sequence of events in reverse. It's flying you back down. It's stabbing its allies. It's circling around. It's kind of flying backwards through the city. It's corralling people towards Zodiac City. It's flying backwards towards Zodiac City. It's being suited up in the underbowels of Zodiac City. Yamato is walking backwards in front of its face, speaking something unintelligible. Still, in the bowels underneath Zodiac City. It's being brought up to Zodiac City from Halcyon via like a number of gray trucks. It's in a vat, human, and it's it's in a very large amount of pain. And then your vision ends.
Okay.
So you get to ask me one question about that?
Ask. Yeah, I get one, and I have two that I want to ask. So I'm trying to decide which one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to discern. I don't. I guess this is a statement and not a question, but you can tell me if I get it. I want to discern from the reverse vision the path to where Yamato was briefing them. Right, so it flew in reverse. I want to know if I can like commit that path to memory and lead us to that base once we get to Zodiac.
Well, you're already in Zodiac City, and I'm going to tell you right now that if it's got a much less complex sewer system than the rest of Halcyon, you could probably find that location if you just wandered around down. You don't need to like discern it from the vision.
Okay, cool. Then I will ask my other question, which is I want Alistar to step in and unreverse the speech. I want to know what Yamato told her.
Ooh, yeah. Are you asking Alistar to do that?
I mean, I've bargained him a part of me, right? That's the Doom track, so I think he has to.
Yep. Are you like? So my question is: are you asking him to do it in character, or is this like?
I mean, not out loud. It's
sure.
Her communication with
no.
Alistar.
But like you are actively asking Alistar to do this for you.
I think she's telling him to.
Okay. Yeah.
I can justify that.
No. So you already marked your Doom track for the vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you kind of mark your, I'm going to flavor it like this. As you ask him, he responds with, "Of course, but there is always a price," and it kind of booms out into your head. What does it feel like when Alistar takes something from you?
That's tricky. I guess it depends what he's taking.
Let's say he's taking a memory.
Right. That's what I was going to say, because that power is not hers. He gives her that power. So it makes sense that he can use it on. I think he wants to take memories of her grandfather.
Yes.
From her, because he was important.
So give us a memory in reverse that's being removed.
Minnie is 6 years old, 7. She's on some tropical island somewhere. She's not in Massachusetts, her home. She's not in Halcyon City. She's somewhere. We don't know where. And she's sitting in the lap of a jovial, pudgy, dark-skinned man with, a broad smile, gap tooth. And we're going in reverse. So the reverse is he's jubilant, right? He's celebrating, he's clapping. And then we see the joy fade, and he's looking, it's concentration, and he's looking over Minnie's shoulder as she strums the guitar, but upward in reverse. Just nodding as she's getting it, and that vision rewinds all the way to where he's got his hands on her hands, and he's teaching her the chords. He's teaching her and
oh man, that's great. That's so good. I love it. Yeah, Yamato's speech comes out. Now, your orders are as follows. You are to keep everyone within Halcyon until the transformation has been completed throughout the city. Anybody attempting to leave must be forced back in. We are to create a paradise on Earth. And she kind of spits those words out as if she disagrees with them. And as such, you will do everything that is within your power to make this happen. Now, no doubt many heroes will try and interfere. Your job is to keep them occupied. The more focused they are on you, the less focused they are on interfering with our plans. Is that clear? And there's a loud chorus of buzzing in agreement. Good. You have your orders. Be gone. I must attend to my duties. And she kind of storms away. So, you've had the vision. What do you do, Minnie?
Can I have a moment to think about it?
Sure. Zip. RedStreak, you two have been quiet lately. What are you doing?
So we're in Zodiac City now, right?
Yep.
So, like, where exactly are we in Zodiac City?
Kind of like on the edges of it. I'm not really sure what the edge looks like, but like it's floating. So I imagine there's like a bit of piping and stuff sticking out underneath it, as it's like this conical shape. Why do you ask?
The sidewalk ends by Shel Silverstein.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay, so we're looking. Are we looking for Yamato?
I believe so, because Yamato has Eaton.
Okay, so we're gonna have to find Yamato. So I'm assuming she's in some kind of base with Eaton doing something. So you mentioned that if we went into the sewer system, we could find Yamato.
Probably with relative ease, yes.
So if there are pipes sticking out of the ground, wouldn't they lead to the sewer system?
No doubt, yes.
So RedStreak is gonna try and crawl into the pipe.
Well, you don't need to crawl; they're very large, but yes.
Yeah, but you know, then near the side.
Sure. Are you going alone, or are you asking your team to come with you?
I'm probably gonna ask everybody else if they want along, because
Is anybody objecting to RedStreak's plan?
No.
No.
Okay. Great. You go into the sewers. Where are you taking them, RedStreak?
I guess we're just trying to find our way around the sewers and try and see if we can spot anything suspicious that might lead us to where Yamato is.
Yeah. So you know how sewers normally have sewage in them?
Yep.
That's their
trademark.
You spot a couple of tunnels that seem conspicuously dry. And more interestingly, they almost seem to be like cleaned up, as if somebody was down here for a while planning something. Their direction.
Guess we're gonna go that way then.
Yeah, I mean, after some time, you find like the path growing larger, and you see light up ahead in the distance, and you hear buzzing behind you.
Oh.
What do you do?
Again.
How much time is?
How much what?
How much time is?
You're cutting out. How much time is?
How much time is some time? You said we've been trying.
Less than an hour.
Okay, so in that time that we've been traveling, and Minnie is satisfied that the bees are not following them, she's gonna hip the rest of the team to her vision, and let everybody know. It's like Yamato, told her troops to be distracting. The paradise on Earth. She recounts everything, all the information that she got. She lets her teammates know.
I just want to confirm one thing. I did say you heard buzzing behind.
So clearly there's more
Right.
people.
Well, that's why I cut you off. So while we were traveling, Minnie says that, but then after the team has been info.
I want to clarify that the bee that Alistar once took a hold of and that went insane is you lost sight of it at one point, but it didn't leave when you left Halcyon. When you left it once it brought you up to Zodiac City, it stayed around you. It did not.
Oh, so it's been traveling.
That is the implication.
Then Minnie would have tried to order it to leave before info dumping her team.
Alistar says no. He says stay.
Okay, then we're gonna fight over this.
Okay.
What
does it look like when you fight with Alistar?
I mean, it's again, it's internal, right? They're having a shouting match inside of her brain.
Yep.
But I think maybe she's trying to exert her mental influence to take control over this thing from Alistar.
I'm gonna say you can do it by marking a condition.
Minnie is afraid now. She's afraid that she's becoming too much like the thing she hates.
Okay. Alistar kind of spits out, fine. It will come soon enough. And the bee kind of pauses as you continue onwards. And you hear the buzzing fade away as you continue onwards.
Okay, so I just want to, I guess, clarify. The power is not mind control, right? The power is alter memories. So could Minnie have altered its memory? It's like, forget about us. We weren't here, right? These aren't the droids.
I would have said yes, except Alistar doesn't want it. And Alistar is the one who is working with it.
Because Alistar regained control from RedStreak because she only had it temporarily.
Okay. I'll settle for that.
Okay, so you've info dumped your team. You come up to an area with light ahead. What do you want to do?
I just went, so I'm leaving space for some.
Yep. Zip, you've been quiet for a while.
Yeah. I'm gonna take out my cell phone and transform it into a small drone, and so it can record, or I could probably make enough that I can get a live feed from it, so I can see what's in the room with the light before we
you can see Yamato kind of click-clacking away as she paces. There's a chair, and Dr. Eaton is sitting there, quiet, doesn't seem to be doing much, and she's kind of ignoring him, just pacing around. That's it.
Okay. Well, I relay that information to my team. What do you all think is the best approach?
I don't know.
Hopefully they don't know we're here yet, so maybe we just bust in. Element of surprise.
Anyone can answer.
I'm trying to think, but I can't think.
That's fair. Take your time.
And
Can I
that's
get the
always an
question?
option.
The question is, what do you do when you see you have a live feed of Yamato pacing around the room with Dr. Eaton in a chair? He doesn't look tied down or anything. He's just sitting in a chair, and they both look kind of bored. Also, you can't take your time because the buzzing is growing louder. But
All right. Is this through a door?
it's like around a corner.
I can go in.
Okay, maybe we should just go then.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't look like he's strapped down. He looks like he's sitting there. So maybe he was into it the entire time.
It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll see.
maybe. I'll just go around the corner.
Okay.
I'll be immediately behind Shadow.
Are you going in quiet or loud?
Subtle, not so loud I can't be heard. Not like booming, but like noticeable.
Okay, so you're not going in quiet. Yeah. As you kind of turn the corner and walk in, Yamato looks up. I see you managed to
Yes.
get out. And she says it kind of after there's a pause. She says it kind of surprised.
Where was it just planned to just trap me?
Just for long enough. Anybody who went, really. You did make it quite easy.
Man, that's such a bouncer 101 technique. You're just like someone at the Rainbow Room or something.
And
True,
yet,
not
it
sophisticated.
served to keep you away from here for quite some time, did it not? How did
I
you
gave
like
you
your
the
trip?
benefit of the doubt.
It seems your
Give me my
friend
sword
here is already experiencing some miracles, and she points to RedStreak.
Friend?
Yikes.
I met her
Ouch.
like today. I like her, but like...
Nevertheless, it seems that soon enough, the lot of you will be like her. And you, my dear, you will soon be like them. And she points to the bees behind you.
I'm gonna say that you're a B- player. Your plan is dumb. You're dumb. You're ugly. People don't like you, and the people who you think like you are only doing it to get something from you. So, with that being said, I think it's time for us to fight each other, or you can surrender and get fewer, but not none, bruises on the way to incarceration.
My dear, I think you severely misunderstand the situation. Anybody who's looking at Dr. Eaton would see that he is mouthing the word run over and over.
All right, I'm gonna diss her and run.
Okay.
Cold and cruel, baby.
I
How
don't think
big
she
is-
wants anything from you.
It's not when they want something, it's when you shut someone down.
Sure, but like
I just shat on her monologue. That's shutting someone down.
okay,
Like,
fine.
look
What
at
are
your
you?
teammate. Oh, no.
Okay, fine. You're being cold and cruel. What is it?
All right, we both mark a condition.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark
Yes.
afraid.
Fine. She's angry.
Great.
She jumps at you. And she jumps into your shadow. Zip.
Gosh, you can do that.
Zip. All of a sudden, you feel several ninja stars in your arm, and there's like the feeling of blood. It's not painful yet. It's just very sudden, as Shadow is staring at you with, a blank look on their face, and she's reaching for her sword. What do you do?
I'm just going to back up and run into the room to get to be by Dr. Eaton.
Do me a favor. Are you afraid yet?
Yes. Yes, I'm
Okay.
afraid.
Well, luckily you can't get scared twice. room to be by Dr. Eaton. Dr. Eaton looks at you also with fear, and he tells you to run.
Not without you.
How do you propose we get out of here? You realize the city is floating and they have control of it.
Didn't think I'd get this far.
Right.
A
So,
woman after Minnie's heart.
I suppose you're here for me?
Yes.
You realize that she won't let me go.
We have to try.
How big is the room we're in?
Large. We'll call it, I don't know, say 40 feet by 40 feet by 40 feet.
Cavernous.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
What are you looking to do, Minnie?
No tights. I'm looking for a tight space.
Well, there's a tight space behind you where the bees are coming from, if you want to do something of that nature.
No, that would trap us.
There's multiple exits. It would not trap you.
Yeah. Okay. Can you remind me what is Yamato doing to Shadow right now, or doing period?
Yamato is gone, but if you look at Shadow X's shadow, it is in the shape of Yamato.
I think super risky. Grimoire, her sanctuary, her prison, and she's gonna command the book mimic to eat Yamato's shadow.
What does that
Age
do?
of Peter Pan, that might be fun.
It's technically her sanctuary, but like she can pull people into it, and they can't come out unless she lets them out, or they somehow break.
Go ahead and would a freak roll be acceptable here?
I honestly don't know.
Definitely
I'm happy to defer to you. It's a power.
Yeah,
but
go ahead and
maybe
unleash
I'm
then.
directly engaging. Okay, unleash.
No, you're not directly engaging. Okay.
I'll spend a team. Do not have team left?
Nope.
Oh yeah, because you wouldn't let me. Oh, I can. Yeah, because LA being bad isn't a flaw. Okay, 9.
I probably should have said that we entered battle, but I forgot. We'll do that later. Okay, it's a 9. Tell me what it looks like, and is the effect temporary and unstable, or are you marking a condition? Actually, you can't mark a condition. The effect is temporary or unstable.
Yeah, that makes sense. She's a key player.
Yeah, she's a big bad. Tell me what it looks like.
So yeah, Minnie reaches into her messenger bag that she always has, and she pulls out a very plain looking moleskin sketchbook, black cover, minimal like decals or anything. But she opens the like it's a mouth, and sure enough, when she pulls the covers apart, there's teeth and a tongue, and it is sucking in Yamato's shadow. And this is the same place we have all those gray guys captured. So it sucks her up like a vacuum, and for the moment, she is contained.
The book shakes as she is contained. And it like vibrates. And it's kind of it's slow for now, but it's a low vibration. Okay. And you're sure it's not going to hold her for long. What do you do?
What do I do?
No, RedStreak. What do you do?
So the bee.
Quiet. The bee people are behind you. Yep.
So, I think RedStreak's gonna turn around and be like, "I'm sick and tired of these goddamn bees in this motherfucking city."
Okay.
Fucking sewers.
Okay, let's go. What are you doing?
and she is gonna like stomp her foot forward, and she's just gonna let out a giant scream. Just a giant scream to let all that anger out. And as she does that, she's gonna be using telekinetic powers to like psychically blast the bees against the wall.
Go ahead. One, clear angry if you have it. You don't. Ah, such a shame. Okay. That's going to be a directly engaged. Do you want me to roll?
Please. Please don't let it be a miss again.
Nope. You get to pick one.
Okay, send whatever I need to pick to me, because I don't.
It's the same list as before.
Oh.
Scroll up.
Oh, there you go. I got it. Resistance.
Damn, this chat moves fast.
Take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies. I think I could frighten the bee people. Because I pushed them against the wall with psychic powers. So maybe I'm scaring them away so they don't attack us.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Unfortunately, your scream kind of leaves you exhausted. And you don't really, you're not sure how much more you have in you. You're fine for now. Keyword for now. So, Zip, you see this unfolding around you, and Dr. Eaton is still kind of sitting in the chair, depressed. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to pull him out of the chair.
Yeah, he doesn't stop you. He just like gets up.
Okay. I want to send my little drone bot down. You said there were other ways out of this chamber, right?
There's one at each cardinal direction.
Okay. Well, I want to send it down and see which the best way to go is. So
Give me an assess.
Yep. That sounds about right.
Okay, one question.
And
I'll give you one more. What's my best way in out? Because it seems like you're asking that exact question.
Yeah.
You can have that if you want.
That's the one I want.
Okay. Any one of them will lead you out of the sewer, but all of them have the same problem where you're going to be coming out of where the sewer ends of a floating city, and like it's a big drop.
Well, 2 of us can fly. So.
That's true, but 2 of you can't, and you've got one more person with you.
This is bad.
You can totally make a flying gizmo, right?
I have an idea. I'll call. I have an idea. I guess Shadow X has no shadow now. Thank you. I was mind controlled.
No, your shadow is.
Oh.
When Yamato was pulled away, your shadow is back.
Oh, I'm never gonna play Peter Pan now. All right. I'm gonna open up my cell phone to the number I'm not supposed to dial with the helicopter rental, and see if I can't get the label to pay for my rescue, because it's an investment in me being alive.
I'm considering your label as fans for the purposes of mechanics, and you've pissed your fans off and have not attacked. So they don't even pick up. A public apology would be a good start.
See, I don't. Alex is gonna do. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say.
Wow. Yeah. Very mature. Unexpected.
Hey everybody! I'm just panicked, looking back and forth at the book off camera. Very shifty.
Yep.
Hey everybody! Shadow X here. Oh, sorry. Do the voice. Hey everybody! Shadow X here, and we have. That's not it. That's not. Hey y'all! Shadow. Fuck. Okay. Hey buddy, Shadow X here, and this is fucking great. I got this is gonna be a super one-of-a-kind apology video. I tweeted something I shouldn't. That happens online. I think there's a lot of controversy and a great discussion, but it looks like the project is stalled, and I'd like to thank everyone for bringing me to my senses on that. I'm sorry. Online is hard, and I got to go, but Sound off in the comments. Be nice. Love each other. I'm going to go on a yoga retreat. Love you, challenge. Bye. And I pause the video and I just text my manager. How was that?
Your manager says it'll probably do in a bit.
Please get me a helicopter. Going to die.
Yeah, at that your manager says, yeah, we'll see what we can do, dear. Don't be an idiot in the future, please. It makes a lot of work for everyone around.
Idiot equals brand.
Yeah. Okay, so there may or may not be a helicopter waiting for you outside.
I'm going to flee. Bye, guys. I'm going to go to the highest building here and try and get us a helicopter. Does that mean I'm running away from a supervillain? Yes. Is that what I tell you? No.
Oh dear. Running away.
Yeah. Is anybody going to join Shadow X on her valiant retreat?
No, because she's bossy and.
What direction
You're not
is Shadow?
wrong. This is absolutely true. Yeah.
What direction is Shadow retreating to?
Up.
There's no up. There's left. There's north, east, south.
I mean, there's no tall building. I'm going to head out and then up.
You're in
We're
a big
underground.
cavern. There's north, east, and west, and south
Yes.
is the way you
I'll
came.
go south. Okay, look south.
Fine, south.
Open mailbox.
What are you trying to just get out of the sewers, or are you trying to get out of Zodiac City as a whole?
I'm trying to get to the highest point in Zodiac City so I can signal for a helicopter.
Okay, yeah. So you run out south. Minnie, you've got Yamato trapped in your book, which is vibrating more rapidly than ever. What do you want to do now?
I am going to rush over to the corridor through which the bees are about to overwhelm us. Right, that's the thing that was
West
happening.
corridor. Yep.
Okay. I rush over to that corridor. I open my book and I instantly make it vomit every person that's inside into this hallway. Sardines, cram them in there, and hopefully they tangle up in each other like a cartoon and give us some time.
Yeah. Yamato falls out first and is immediately lumped onto by several of the gray goons. And she sputters something out that you can't quite make out as she kind of starts shaking herself off and trying to meld into the floor. You've definitely got a moment or two. Kimmy,
Yeah.
you see that? You see Zip with Dr. Eaton, and you see Shadow X running south. What do you do?
I'm going to go over to Zip and be like, we should probably get Dr. Eaton out of here now.
Dr. Eaton just shakes his head. Get yourselves out. I'm not going to be able to make it.
Oh, come on. Here to save you. So we're not leaving without you.
She will not stop if I am taken.
Comfort
You do
and
not want
support.
that woman pursuing you.
Well, if she keeps pursuing us, then we're just gonna have to fight back then. That's what superheroes are for. We fight the bad guys and save people like you. So we're better off taking you out of here so you hopefully don't get captured again, and we'll do whatever it takes to stop Yamato from taking you again.
I'm gonna allow that. Go ahead and give me a mundane roll.
Do it for me.
Sounds like stand up for something to me.
I
If you
don't
have
think you
it.
have that move.
Probably not.
I probably
tried.
No. RedStreak, mundane. Yeah. He shakes his head. Like not like no. He shakes his head like he's trying to like get his brain out of something. And then he stands up tall and he says, "You're right. We've got to get moving if we want to distribute this cure." And he reaches into his back pocket and takes out this like little vial. What's the way out? How are we going?
I don't know the way out, so someone else is gonna have to find the way out for me.
Well,
Any
Shadow X
one
ran
works.
south. So
Anyway but south, or anyway that doesn't have all the monsters in it.
west. West is the way that has the
Okay.
animals or the
Okay,
bees
so-
and Yamato.
Well, let's go south too. I know it's empty.
Okay. Minnie, are you also following them south?
Yes, but I am definitely last in line.
Mm-hmm. You hear a roar behind you as you head south.
Oh,
And it sounds inhuman at first. But then you realize it's Yamato, angry that her subject has been stolen away from under her nose. And she's coming fast for you. So you see Shadow X in front of you. It seems that she's found a way out of the sewers. And you can hear Yamato closing in behind you. And you hear the slide of metal as she draws her sword. It looks like she is actually out for your blood now. What do you want to do?
Us.
Minnie would like to burn for the second time today.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Shadow X, are you doing anything besides just opening up the manhole and
I was
climbing up?
thinking a moment of truth in here.
If you want to, please, let's do it.
All right.
Love me some moments.
All right, let's do it. I mean, it's the finale, right? So why not?
Yeah, season finale. Let's go.
Sometimes it can be hard to tell where the show stops and where you begin. But not today. Not now. Because right now, there is no show. Right now, you are the thing you pretend to be. Bold and bright and beautiful and amazing and powerful and confident. Right now, you draw strength from your audience, comfort from their belief in you, and you can do anything you think you can. Of course, after such an impassioned performance, your audience will just have more demands. So Shadow X just hands the camera in horizontal mode to our rescued hostage and says, we're rescuing you. The helicopter will be here in 28 seconds. I'm going to need all of you to jump that way. That gives me 22 to defeat this one. Okay. So I rush in there. I pull my sword out of her back pocket, stab her without looking. What's her weakness? Yamato's weakness? I know.
Good question, because it wasn't really established as having one. What are you trying to do right here?
I want to cut her. Right when I was at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grimace. I'm going to frame the shot so that it's PG-13, Twitch worthy.
Yep.
Slice the tattoo off of my neck.
Yes.
Throw it into her face as it splatters with the ghostes, and then just bandage myself up and kick her into a horde of bees in time.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Remember Tetris Tuesdays? We're having we're going to have Will Wright discussing The Sims 4 next week, and I'm gonna run and dive into the helicopter as the city, I don't know, collapses, is saved. What was the?
So nothing happens to the city, but we do get this one shot of like deep with like this one explosion somewhere else as you dramatically fly away from. Actually, no, wait. We do get one shot of an explosion of one of the factories producing permutation pink, foreshadowing the future success of one of our groups.
Ah, my neck. Ow, that's really bad. Okay, now we got a vial of some sort.
Yeah, so I'm going to fade to black here unless anybody wants to do some pre-post credit scenes.
Ow.
I don't think so. I would like to know what label you locked. Just okay. I was just
Zip, RedStreak, do you want any pre-post credit scenes? Also, you are eligible for triumphant celebrations if you would like.
Fuck it, I'll lock my freak.
I think RedStreak would just go home, text Spectre, be like, babe, can you come around? I think I need some TLC. That's it.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm good.
Probably just hang out with my new pals.
Sure.
Zip and Minnie.
Confirming that nobody wants to do triumphant celebrations?
No, I'll celebrate with them, yeah.
Okay. So what does it look like?
Went home.
All right.
We'll get to you later, RedStreak.
Best thing about a charter helicopter? Mini bar.
Mini bar?
Yeah, the mini bar. So cracking out the sodas, cracking out the snacks, opening it up, trying to not move my neck too much because ow. But I'm gonna ask them. So how'd it go for you? Thanks for the book.
like she's present, but I don't know. She feels weird about RedStreak using her powers. Like not weird, like hey, don't do that, but like did I hurt her indirectly? So she's wondering. She's got questions, but also as epic as the ending was, it doesn't feel quite like a victory to her because the big bad kind of got away, and all the gray prisoners she had to let them loose, and we're not really sure what the doctor is like. Okay, we got him, but now what? So Minnie has questions, right? She feels neutral about this. Like we're not
What was
done
in
yet.
the vial?
In the aisle.
Yeah, he said he had a vial of something.
Yeah, it's production worthy permutation pink cure that can be basically mass produced and
Oh,
provided.
we got the fucking cure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I point that
That's
out to
good.
you as I try and eat Doritos and realize that's not happening right now. Too much jaw movement. I grab a pudding cup.
Okay, that feels better. That feels like something worth.
Oh, the
celebrating.
action figure is going to have the neck tattoo on it. That's going to be, well, maybe they'll make them rarer. I did my 3D scans a week ago. So,
I think
how's your
Minnie
life?
takes a drink. Minnie takes a whatever soda or something that Shadow is offering, and Shadow seems to like to talk. So before she was trying to block her out. You have a rapt audience in Minnie.
So what do you think of Challenge? Isn't she cute? We went on a date. It wasn't canon, but to me it was canon. Are you okay? You looked at it doing with your demon stuff. I've been there. I mean, I haven't, but I can imagine that there. What's wrong, buddy?
It'll be all right. We got a cure. We were real big badasses. We got the doctor out. Nothing else matters. You were awesome. I know we had a rocky start, but you did great. You saved the day. I gotta give it to you.
See, listen to Zip. Zip, would you like some Doritos? They're Oreo flavored. It's gross.
Nice.
No. Sounds repulsive.
That's what we have.
I mean, I like Doritos and Oreos, but not together.
I didn't stalk it. Okay. I'm going to triumphantly celebrate with Zip, I guess. If this is the case.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's part of the show.
Where's your triumphant celebration? Okay. If it is, you can shift your labels. Okay.
Let's move Mundane down and Danger up. I just cut my neck, I just cut off a neck tattoo. Take that, little Zan.
Fair enough. Okay.
What's yours, Zip?
Sorry, what? I spaced for a second.
What's your triumphant celebration?
Oh, it's where'd it go? If I'm treated like a normal person, I clear a condition, or I mark potential if they praise my powers.
Yeah, she treats you like a normal person.
Cool. Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
Y'all good?
Mm-hmm.
Minnie, are you partaking, or are you still unsure if this is triumphant enough?
I mean, I thought I was partaking, but
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
what's your
I
doom?
have to be celebrated with.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's just kind of awkward. The three of you can partake together, and I'm fine with that. Go ahead and tell us what
Yeah.
who are you celebrating with, or are you doing it with both of them?
I guess both of them. I mean, mainly Shadow, because Shadow was like taking the spotlight.
Sure.
And was content to let her do that, but you know, she's not gonna push anybody out either. Like whoever wants.
Mm-hmm.
So when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, give them influence over you and spend one team from the pool.
Oh, I thought Discord crashed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yep. I'm good with that scene.
Oof. Big oof. Let me get back to you on the spending team from the team pool to remove your doom, because we're out of team right now. But you can give influence if you feel that is acceptable. If that is what you want to do.
Yeah, I think Minnie gives
Okay.
influence to. Can she give to both of them or only one person?
I would think that both is acceptable if you're celebrating with both.
Okay, then yeah, both of them get influence.
Okay. Anything else that you want to happen between the three of you?
No, I'm good.
Okay. RedStreak, you said you called Spectre?
Yeah, well, I already said that. No, RedStreak texted Spectre when she gets home to the base, and she's like, "Babe, I'm gonna need some TLC. Today was a tough day. Please come ASAP. Love ya."
Sure. So we'll say we'll say that at some point, whenever Spectre finishes with her stuff, she'll come by, and she's there. Yeah. What's you say you had a tough day. You don't know the half of it.
Well, basically, what I went through is that some bees injected weird stingers into me. I inhaled a bit of the gas, so now I'm kind of hairy, which is not great. I lost control of my powers, fought controlled bee people with a demon gun.
That sounds like a lot of stuff to happen. How are you feeling?
I feel like crap. Babe, can we just Netflix and chill tonight?
Nice.
Okay. Do you want to count that as a triumphant celebration?
I mean, I guess.
It didn't seem very triumphantly celebrating to me. It felt more like you wanted a comfort and support. But if you want to count it as a triumphant celebration, I'm okay with that.
I mean, I don't mind either way.
It's what you want. It's your story.
I guess it'll be her own way of triumphant celebration. I mean, they booked the cure.
Okay. Let me pull up the Wounded book. Wounded. You share a triumphant celebration. Add a team to the pool. They tell you how you helped them out. Clear a condition. Well, you didn't really help Spectre out because it was different sessions, but that's okay. All right. There's a team in the pool. Minnie, do you want to immediately spend it to remove a doom?
Yes, please.
All right. There we go. Everything's resolved. Great. Great. Okay. End of session moves. Let's talk about them. Minnie, what do you think is the outcome of this session?
Definitely grow closer to the team. This is a big win, even though it felt a little rocky throughout. Getting the cure is huge. Pissing off a major villain.
Yeah, so I want to make a minor addendum. I screwed something up. That is not a vial of production ready cure. That is a sample of cure. My mistake.
I mean,
similar thing, not entirely the same. Just wanted to clarify.
Still a big win. Minnie will take that. Qualifies.
They can make from it, so
even though there was a lot of rocky situations and we kind of stumbled over each other. I think overall, the fact that we persevered through a lot of tough spots is really cool. Like she feels she can count on not just the few team members she met at the start, but now everybody seems to be solid. She feels.
Okay. So are you growing
in
closer to someone?
particular?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in particular, RedStreak. She thinks RedStreak is a superstar for handling her powers, the way she did, and she still has that sneaking guilt. It's like, I hope that is not going to cause lasting harm to her. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. But
okay,
you can take influence over Minnie again, and I guess shift her labels.
Okay.
Hey, label shifting time. So, is BlackHalo shifting my labels?
No, you
No,
are
you're
shifting theirs.
mine.
And I can't look at them either. I keep forgetting that bit. I think shift danger down.
Okay.
And shift. I think shift superior up.
Okay. Danger down, superior up. I can. And I'm going to mark potential because I get to choose.
Yay!
And I have an advance to pick. I won't pick it now. Between.
Save it for later.
Yes. Okay, that's me done. End of session.
Okay. Zip.
Yeah, I'm also gonna grow closer to the team. I'm gonna grow closer to Minnie. I feel like without her, a lot of stuff wouldn't have happened. So I think, and
Sure.
like really protecting me. So yeah, you get potential over me, and then I'm going to mark potential.
All right.
Wait, you gain potential over
influence. My bad.
Gain potential over me.
At least I'm not clearing potential. It's fine.
Remove potential and mark a condition.
Annie, neither.
Okay. RedStreak.
Yeah.
Okay, RedStreak definitely grew closer to the team, even though it was very rocky and she had to be rescued a bunch of times and she basically hindered the team in a way. But I think she grew closer, particularly to Minnie. So, yeah.
Okay. Does Minnie already have influence over RedStreak?
I don't think I did. So
okay. RedStreak, potential or condition?
Let's clear a condition because I have like 3 or 4.
Yeah, and you've already got enough potential. You've got afraid, insecure, or hopeless marked. Which one do you want?
Let's do hopeless.
Hopeless it is. Okay. Shadow X.
I'll give influence to Zip. I think Zip is okay.
Just okay?
Just
all right, Zip,
okay.
do you have influence over Shadow X?
No.
No, you do.
Okay. And Shadow X, what are you, potential or condition?
I'll take potential. Stars are great at clearing conditions.
Okay. Sounds great. Post-credit scenes. The J. Jonah Fallon show. And the entirety of the big team has been invited onto the show.
Oh, God.
And as the last interviewee, or before you walks off, that looks to be Rescue, you are called on stage, Minnie. And, you know, sitting in his chair, J. Jonah Fallon, he ushers you on. And as he said, he kind of looks to you. So, you had a remarkable day here. Tell us, what was it like facing off against Yamato herself? I've heard chilling stories about what she does to those who cross her.
Well, truth be told, my teammate suffered the brunt of her attack. Really, I was fortunate to have Shadow with me. A lot of you might know her from her podcast. Definitely like and subscribe. Watch her. But yeah, I mean, as always, it's a team effort. I did my part. I sprung some powers on her and got her away from my teammates, and I think I embarrassed her in the process. I'm pretty proud of that. But you know, she's still out there. So Yamato, if you're listening, we're not done. I'm gonna come for you, and we're gonna settle this once and for all.
And J. Jonah Fowler kind of says, a wonderful answer, dear. Thank you so much for what you've done for the transform of the city and for the city as a whole. Our next guest is Zip, who also played an integral role in Dr. Eaton's rescue. Zip, welcome aboard.
Yes, thank you.
So, tell us about what happened today and how you managed to figure out where Dr. Eaton was located.
I mean, don't want to sound like a broken record, but definitely, with the teamwork is the way. Teamwork makes the dream work. So we just worked together, and one thing led to another, and we were able to be successful.
You know, it's great to hear you say that because, you know, truly when we come together like this, it's amazing what we can accomplish as a team of superheroes, you know, as a family or even as a city as a whole. Thank you, Zip. RedStreak is the name of our next guest. RedStreak, it says here that you actually you've had experiences with Gray in the past. Do you want to tell our viewers a little bit about what motivates you to be a superhero with us?
Well, I mean, I didn't really have that much of a good life because of Gray. So the fact that I was able to escape from them and became my own person, I mean, really, it was Cyclone that got me out of that situation, so. But I guess what motivates me is that I guess there are other people out there who aren't as fortunate as I was. Like, some of them are probably still in terrible situations and they can't get the help that they need. So, by becoming a superhero, you can help those that are in those situations and hopefully don't go through what I did back when Gray still had me in captivity. I guess that's what motivates me, to just try and help those that aren't as fortunate as I was.
A very moving answer, dear. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us. A round of applause for RedStreak, please. And you know the crowd starts clapping. Now, our next guest. You know her, you love her, and she saved the day today. Please welcome Miss Jesselyn Akoto.
Oh, nice. They introduced me as that's gonna wonderful.
Jesselyn, please. You've starred in a lot of things, and I know this isn't your first time being interviewed. So, you know, in a phrase or so, can you tell us about what went right today? How did the things that allowed you to succeed today? How did it all come together like that?
Well, my fans are my power. You know, they keep me on the right course. They tell me They tell me when I've made mistakes. But you can see the neck tattoo, look at the bandage right there. Yeah, supervillain tried to control me through my neck. Not great, but to answer your question, a lot of things went right. Big team went right, and I think Halcyon City went right. You know, people here do anything they can to do the right thing.
That they will. So you heard it here first, folks. Teamwork makes the dream work, as the kids these days say.
I did not say that.
No, not you, but the other kids.
Did Rescue say that? Don't listen to Rescue.
Well, you know, I'm sure you should pay more attention to your lovely teammates, Miss Jesselyn. Everybody here has a role to play, and yours was spectacular, no doubt. And it is thanks
roles,
to
I
your.
will be appearing in a Stella Adler production
Miss
at the
Dakota,
Little
thank you.
Halcyon
That is,
Theater.
thank you. And they kind
Thursdays
of usher
and
you off
Wednesdays,
stage.
we've
They
expanded
kind
the
of usher you off stage as you're shouting out.
I'll show
So-
postcards of the show to the audience.
Thank you. Now I've got more interviews, but I'd like to pause and just say that to sum up, really, we do need to work together as these superheroes have shown us. It's the only way that we can come together to integrate all those affected by the disasters on T-Day and all those who were nearly who nearly had their lives uprooted because of what could have gone wrong today. We'll be back with more interviews after these commercials. And we fade to black.
Texting my family.
Okay. Annie, you may stop the recording, and once you do, let us know, and then everybody can unmute. Well, no, that's not true. Once you stop the recording, we can do stars and wishes. Unless you want that on the recording.
Yeah, that might be a little intense and potentially embarrassing on the recording. Maybe we do that.